Greetings all, and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I must have inadvertently started the broadcast, not realizing, but nonetheless, it's good. We're here. Please welcome. It's a very difficult subject, um, and it is touching on very emotive subject. But I'll explain why I'm talking about it as well at this point. Excuse the noise in the background. Oh, still got a bit of time yet on that. 1 minute. I still have a little bit of time on that. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I don't know, I'll see if I have a time. I might do an hour on this because I have to go and do another broadcast on another platform on my Ududuwati radio platform. But yeah, welcome. Please subscribe, hit notification button, and thank you for those of you that followed us the day before yesterday on this platform. I'm gonna go live now on TikTok as well, so just give me a few minutes whilst I get that up and running. But this thing called the strange fruit, and the reason I say strange fruit, they now say is suicide. Is a way, it's a play with words if you follow my meaning. Because we need to really explain to people the similarities. People think it's the two different things, but it's exactly the same thing that's going on. Oh my goodness. It's not even allowing me to put anything there now. I seem to be just going straight to live broadcast. Okay, welcome. In that case, I wasn't planning for that. I was waiting to write something, but greetings and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth about. We might spend about an hour on here talking about this because I just wanted to touch about it. I've been seeing this going on, and there is a famous person who spoke about this. God love, thank you very much. Sorry about the abruptness of the broadcast. I think I thought I put the title in, but it didn't quite change. But nonetheless, we will continue. Let us just give me a minute. As you're coming in, please go and subscribe to my YouTube platform. Let's see the prompter on here so that it gives you a gentle reminder. And I will show the further picture as well. That's the picture in the background because I wanted to make sure that the message carried through. As you're coming in, please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. It's very important. Reza Morgane, Mouth, Black, thank you very much. I'm not quite sure. African, Caucasian. I don't know about that, but if that's what you want to call yourself, I'm not. I'm a Black African, I'm not. But what we are trying to do is talk about a very important issue here. So if you do want to be part of the discussion, you're welcome. If you disagree, you don't have to be here, but we are going to talk about this particularly important issue. There has been greetings and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. As many of you would have known, I have been following this that's been going on for quite some time. The number of, it's like we're back in the 60s now, to be honest. We're back in the 60s or 50s, even 40s, where the Jim Crow era, where people have been just unalived. And that's why you see the sign behind me, strange fruit thing. Strange fruit, they now say, is suicide. It's very important that we speak about this passionately and with clarity. Yeah, we're talking about the killings going on in Mississippi and in America. And many will think, well, why are we talking about that? Shouldn't we talk about Africa as well? I know that's my main topic. It is my main topic, but what I want you to see the similarities. And many people will not agree with this, and that's okay. You don't have to agree with me, but there is a strong similarity in both cases. And the similarity is that the unaliving of people of color. That is a systematic process. The people of color are being unalived wherever they are by the system. let me just quickly welcome those of you who are joining us on TikTok. Thank you very much. Please go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. We really do appreciate your support. And let me just see if I've got a picture here. If I have, I will just bring it up. No, I don't seem to have the picture here. Okay, let me go the other way. So just give me a second. Just to give you a context. Yeah, we're talking about the Mississippi killings. There's so many people who have been unalived is the word I want to use. And the word I chose that word deliberately, and you can see the picture there. That's Billie Holliday. Billie Holliday wrote the song called Strange Fruit. Now, I haven't got the rights to the song. I'm going to try and play it on here at some point in this broadcast. Again, I hasten to add, I do not own the rights to the song, but for the purposes of what we are trying to do, we want to try and explain that. And it's very, very important to understand that. And please, those of you joining us, welcome to Seasoning at the platform where we speak truth to power. Like I said, I'm about an hour, maybe slightly more, because I have to do another program after this on another platform, but in my Yoruba language. So we really do appreciate each and every one of you as you're joining us. Oh my goodness, what's going on with this thing now? What's going on here? Okay, I don't want to lose that, so because that is my link back in. So hi to you all. So I want to just say a quick hello. So this program is going to be focusing on that, and I will be playing some videos. Now, before I play those videos, I want to make a special nod to Billie Holliday. Even Billie Holliday, the tragic story of Billie Holliday, which you can see there's a picture next to her there. And I think if I'm correct, it might even be the point where she was actually being handcuffed to a table. I'm not sure. In the hospital bed where she ultimately lost her life, and they won't allow her to receive medical treatment. So let me go and get that out, and we're going to listen to it. I don't own the rights to it. I just wanted to just play this because it's very important. Maybe a few words of it. So have a listen. So here we go. So a nod to Billie Holliday, who was ultimately prevented from getting medical help, but that song, written all the way, I don't know, in the 1940s, I believe. Let me just check. I want to check when that song was written. When was Strange Fruit written? Let me just write that out. Fruit written. When was it written? So excuse the noise in the background, I just wasn't able to. In 1937, Strange Fruit was a poem written by Abel Paul under the name Louis Allen. It was recorded in 1939. So that's the background. And this song was written in 1939, and it was about what they were doing to black bodies. They were stringing up black bodies on trees. And then they were saying, Allah who submit to Messiah, Islam is the only true religion. I'm sorry, MF503, no, it is not. I'm sorry, it is not. We're not doing any religion. We don't support either Islam or Christianity here. We are here to only enlighten. Of course, you have a choice to choose who you support. That's okay. But on this platform, we're here to educate Africans to be awakened, to stand in our true spirituality, our African spirituality. If others who have that religion of Islam and Christianity, Arabs can follow that, that's fine. Europeans can follow Christianity, Arabs can follow Islam, Europeans can follow Christianity. But as Africans are as far as Africans are concerned, on the African continent, those religions have brought us nothing but misery on our continent. And I say that unapologetically. You may feel the type of way about what I just said, but that is the fact, and I stand by that. And I do not have any, I fully understand if you don't want to, if you want to move away from this broadcast and go and listen to something somewhere else, that is entirely okay too. But for those of us watching, I don't want to detract from the top topic. This is about the over 25 now people have been unalived in Mississippi, and it's not by coincidence. Like I said, the reason why I'm talking about is that it is important that we understand that even as we speak, it is the same thing going on in Africa. Unaliving of black bodies. And we have to recognize the patterns and begin to speak up. And there's a lady who spoke up eloquently about it. I want to bring her onto, let me see if I can, not that one, sorry. Not that one. Let's see, not that one. 1 minute. This one. Listen to this lady here. I want you to listen to what she said, because I found it quite powerful, and I think that's probably what got me to say something today. I've been thinking about it for the last few days, but when I heard her,
that is exactly what allows it to persist.
Let me go. Let's listen.
I can't tell you how many times I tried to record this video, so I'm just going to come out and say it. The constant gaslighting with other people are doing to black people about all of this strange fruit is what allows it to persist. That is exactly what allows it to persist. The fact that there is no full-throated, serious investigation to this rash of about a dozen dozen strange fruit. And people are just immediately ruling them that people are taking their own lives. Really, given the history of this nation, where people would leave church, pack a lovely lunch, and then go watch this sort of thing with their families, with their children. They would collect souvenirs, pieces of the body, pictures, make postcards. People used to have whole collections of postcards of this sort of thing. Horrific, inhumane. And you want us to believe that it's not happening now? You want us to think that it's not happening right now, in this time, in this season, where these types of hate crimes are allowed to persist, in fact, are encouraged? You want us to think that every single one of these incidents were because people were taking their own lives, given the history of this nation. It is the gaslighting that lets it to persist. If you call yourself an accomplice to our community, you will speak up about this now. You will talk about this. You will make it loud, and you will make it unbearable, because I am tired of seeing people in my community taken like this.
So, I think she said it all in that broadcast. I think you had everything that you needed to hear about this situation. That alone, I've been thinking about it for about a few weeks now, because I've been hearing the whole thing, and I've been thinking this is not right, but we need to speak up about it, and we have to understand there is a similarity. The system of exploitation depends on silencing of black bodies. That's the reality. Silencing, exploitation, and silencing of black bodies to not have a say, to not be able to exercise our rights. And that is where we have to understand that we need to pull our resources together collectively across the entire world. I kid you not. I beg your pardon, apologies for the noise that you hear in the background, if you hear that, but you can still hear me. So that is one there that I wanted to talk about. And there are, if you look into that picture, there are several people that have been, they unalive themselves. So you unalive yourselves, and then somebody that cannot get up a tree, and then you get there, and some people, I mean, this is crazy. And you still heard about the Nolan Wells case. All of this is all tied together. And at this point, we must talk about this. We need to, what is happening in our communities. And there are some African people, an African girl and a boy has been involved in this. So to say, oh, it's only happening over there, no, it isn't. It isn't. I'm gonna fact. Let me do something here. Let me just go do something on live on here now. So I'm just gonna go Mississippi. I'm just gonna Mississippi. That's it. Killings 2026. Yeah. So let's just see what they come up with. So you can see now. It says here, I'm reading that a black woman was found, Hanging from a tree 7 days ago. CNN. And then, you know, see, there you go. So, you know, Tasia Fortune, you know, was found outside an abandoned house and she had shaken her family and community in Mississippi. You see, just 7 days, you know, this is what we are talking about. So, and it's terrible, and we have to understand that the scenario may be different, but the result is the same. The unaliving of a black body relentlessly. So it says here, I'll just read that story. Yeah. I'm restricted. Why? I'm going to appeal. I've broken no rules. I'll keep appealing. I've broken no rules. Only talking about important issues to the black community. But of course, we won't be allowed to discuss that. We are not allowed to discuss our own issues. So I'm just, you know, I'm going to read that again. They want me to seem to, I am talking about, again, just to make sure they keep the black community world over. So I'm appealing because they keep trying to block me, but we will continue. So the main topic, please, that doesn't mean that I've forgotten the topic. I still do the issue around you guys helping me to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe, because we're still doing this. This is still very much relevant as a live. We need that support. I need your support in being able to print out those leaflets for Yoruba people, Yoruba speaking people, to be able to know their rights in their local language. Very, very important. Now, let's carry on with the topic. I hope. Sorry about this. So, now, so a week after Fortune's body was found in the pink and white memorial honoring her life stood as a bright spot on Monday in an otherwise overgrown backyard of an abandoned house in Jackson. Feet from where rainbows, whipping wheels, white flowers and teddy bears surrounded a photograph of Fortune. Empty cheap bags and discarded plastic bottles littered the ground. Nearby, an entrance to the home gate open, a tap foam and a pad with other debris scanned outside. Jackson police officers responded to the home on August 3 and discovered a body, HANGD, in the backyard. Hines Court medical officer Jeremiah Howard later confirmed the identity of Fortune. Her body is now, you see, appeal not approved. They don't want to appeal. It doesn't matter. Please, as you're watching me, go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. You've got the sign there. Just go to Citizen AY, hashtag CITI. That's it there. Subscribe to Citizen AY. I'd very much appreciate your support. Help us grow the platform. We need to get to about 10,000 subscribers. We're about 6-something thousand, 10,000 maybe more, because there's a lot of work we want to do, and with your support, we are doing it. So please continue. So It says here, what was Fortune doing when she was last heard from? Chris Pavey, Fortune's mother, told ABC News on Sunday that she last saw her daughter on July 26th. Fortune, a mother of 4 who had lived in Mississippi for more than 10 years, had traveled to Kentucky for a family reunion. She described her daughter as a loving mother who was not behaving out of ordinary. She did not do this to herself. You see what I say, strange fruit? Her mom said she did not do this to herself. On Wednesday, Jackson City Councilman Kenneth Stokes wrote a letter to the Mississippi U.S. Attorney Baxter Kruger asking for assistance in the case. In the letter, Stokes referred to the Fortune as a murder victim. So you can see that this idea that she hanging herself is not being accepted. I understand that TikTok is blocking people gifting my platform. They've said it. Please, what you can do for me is to go to my YouTube and subscribe there. I really do need your support. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, so let's carry on with this. Fortune's death comes less than a year after hanging of 21-year-old Troy Reed, a black student in Delta State, University of Cleveland, and Corey Zukatis, an unhoused, in his 30s, Caucasian in his 30s, they said there. The thing to remember in all of this is that overwhelmingly, and I don't think this is in dispute by anybody, there is no doubt the number of people that have been targeted in this unaliving and this so-called self-unaliving, which is not the case, is overwhelmingly black people. That's not acceptable. Thank you for the thumbs up as you're watching. Give us thumbs up, subscribe to us. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Okay, so let me just continue on. I'm gonna go back. That's another story. So let's go to let me just see, Mississippi unaliving. So let me just do that. So I'm going to make it even more precise. So I want to get a list of this up, So, yeah, this is terrible. I talked about Tasia Fortune. This is another guy now. State University, Troy Reed, found hanging from a tree near pickleball courts on his school campus. A student. Now, it is very unlikely that he did this to himself. It is, this is not what we do, but in America, Africa, and in the US, it's not. And this idea that a lot of people are doing this. Yes, of course, there are issues about people having mental health issues, but when somebody, just look at, this is a university student studying. There is already focus about this. The lady had children. The mom said she was fine. There was nothing going wrong. These are signs that you know that something is not right. So let me see the next one that they brought up. I don't know if they will let me do it. So I'm trying to find more cases. So now, exactly. You see this? 3 days ago, at least, again, this is, I'm going to reference to, look at that. 6 people. At least 6 people have been found hanging in publicly reported cases across US in 2026. Several deaths were quickly classified as suicides, while the family and communities in some areas have continued to question their conclusions. That is what I'm saying. We must be concerned about this. This goes back all the way back to the period, the 1939. Strange Fruit was written by somebody called Abel Meeropol under the name Lewis Allen. He set the poem to music, and Billie Holliday famously recorded it in 1939. In 1939, people of color were being hung from a tree. In the 1960s, it happened again. It kept going on. And now we are in 2026. The same thing is happening again. And this time, the difference is every one of us, anywhere in the world, you can do this research. We want able to have this information and check. This concerns us because I believe one of the persons that was unalived is well, in fact, not one, several of them have been proven to be Africans also. So by whatever way you want to look at it, this is a concern for all of us. And the US community need to ask a question. Let me play you a video of a Caucasian man saying exactly this. There you go. 1 minute.
It's happening all over the South.
Listen.
Black people are being lynched in America. It's happening all over the South. And when law enforcement shows up and finds another black body hanging from a tree, they say, oh, it was a suicide.
Mm-hmm.
It's not suicide.
Yeah.
It's white supremacists murdering black people. More specifically, it's white people murdering black people. In a Hollywood movie, you might hope to see the FBI show up, blanket the area with agents, track down the white supremacists, and bring justice to these murdered people. But Kash Patel, his FBI doesn't give a damn. And Donald Trump's Department of Justice? Well, not only do they not give a damn, they approve of it. So I just have one question for white people. How much longer are you going to let your silence about this make it continue? How much longer are you going to let this monstrosity in the White House murder innocent people, murder immigrants, murder citizens, murder black people, murder little girls in schools in Iran? How much longer?
So that to make sure people don't get this idea that somehow we are talking about things in a way that is not realistic or anything. This is exactly Verna May. Greetings. Let me bring you in. I wanted to just talk about that. I'll bring you in straight away. I hope you can join me. I know it's an impromptu. I was just moved by one lady this morning, this afternoon. She started saying something. Oh, you may be blocked. I remember, I think they don't allow you to speak, but we'll see if you can join me. Yeah, I think that it is. Greetings, Verna. Queen Verna, let me just bring you there. Let me just say quickly, I want to just bring you in if I can. Let me see if it will work. 1 second. I'm just gonna go greetings, Verna, if it works. I am being restricted very much. You can see on the screen. I am being restricted heavily. So let me just put that there. Sorry, about the noise in the background. I just couldn't. It's something needs to be done. It'll be done soon. I'm hoping, yeah, in the next few minutes. So just bear with me. But like I said, this man has said pretty much what needs to be said, and we need to continue to raise awareness about this. I know I am being silenced on TikTok. Please do me a favor, go and subscribe to me on YouTube. They don't want me to speak. I've changed the picture. I don't have the picture of the great man behind me. Is Ibrahim Traore, Asimikosa Generachani. Yet, whatever I post, I am being deliberately managed to prevent me from speaking and reaching more people. The topic I'm talking about are issues that affects black communities, and we should be able to speak about it without fear nor favor. It is these things that is impacting our communities, and we have every right to talk about it. So, greetings, Henry Potter, Germany, and others. So as you are coming in, the issue is the strange food they now say is suicide. It is not suicide. this is a deliberate attempt to, mislabel the situation going on to prevent people from actually recognizing this collectively and taking collective action. So, let me see. There's another thing I wanted to show you. There's one more video I wanted to play. Not that one. Is that it? Here, listen to this one. Listen to this. So, that's another black person. I want a white person. Listen.
From a tree here in the middle of Raleigh.
Here you go.
In the middle of the day.
Listen.
Welcome to North Carolina, where yesterday, August 15th, a black man is found hanging from a tree here in the middle of Raleigh, in the middle of the day. Yesterday was the Mass Caribbean Festival in downtown Raleigh that brought out thousands of people to celebrate black love and joy and unity. And right outside of that, on McDowell Street, there was a black man hanging from a tree. It was originally reported by the North Carolina via Facebook. When I first saw it, I thought, there's no way. There's no way. Because if this were true, Mayor Cowell, Raleigh's mayor, would have had an immediate press release out. And the Raleigh PD would have responded immediately via a press release. There's no way that you have a black man hanging from a tree in 2026 in the middle of Raleigh and you do not comment on it. Hours later, Raleigh PD comes out with an official statement basically saying at 2:35 yesterday, they did go to McDowell Street to find this individual. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and it is being ruled as a suicide, and it's now within the investigation of the medical examiner. Given that this is the second time this has happened in North Carolina this summer, this is a case that should be investigated to its full extent as a hate crime within a civil suit. In May of 2026, Juliana Zito was found hanging from a tree in Charlotte, North Carolina, that was also ruled a suicide. Listen, twice this summer in North Carolina, the same North Carolina that's headquarters to the KKK, are we kidding? And what I'm having a really hard time wrapping my head around is that we're almost 24 hours out from this initial report. I have not seen any official statements from our elected officials at the local, state, or federal level. I have not seen barely any news covering this about what's going on. And that is disgusting. I don't know who's at fault here. I don't know if that's Raleigh PD not communicating with elected officials. All I know is that if there is someone hanging from a goddamn tree in the middle of Raleigh, North Carolina, statements should be out. Because people are now panicking and we don't know what to do, and we're looking for guidance from our elected officials who are currently remaining silent. Because if you look like me, there's always this conversation of, during the civil rights movement, if we were there, we would have stopped it. Babe, it's right now and your ass is showing. Because there was literally a man found hanging in the middle of downtown Raleigh and you're too afraid to put out a statement. Come on. You're thinking, what do I do about it? Email them at every level of government here in North Carolina and say, hey, what are we doing about this? What are we doing? And what are your colleagues doing about it at the local, state, and federal level? Because the family of this individual deserves justice, the same way that Juliana Nazita deserves justice, the same way that the public deserves to know what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday and why was a black man found hanging in a tree in the middle of broad daylight here in Raleigh, North Carolina? Welcome to North.
Okay. I'm just gonna, for context again, I want to play the song by Billie Holliday, written in 1937 by somebody called Lewis Allen, with under a pseudonym Meerschaert something. But anyway, and sang by Billie Holliday in 1939. 1939, 2026, nothing has changed. Nothing. Let's listen to that song again, just for people who may be joining us. Just give me 1 second if I can find it. Okay, 1 second. I think I have it there somewhere. That's it. That's it. So let's just hear. This is Billie Holliday, and unfortunately, she was taken out. Hi there, Gumos. She was taken out again. She was prevented from getting medical help by the authorities, and they watch her life slowly ebb away. So it is very important that we talk about this. Here we go. Watch. So I don't know. The late Billie Holliday, telling the story of the strange fruit. And even now, we are still in those times. Welcome, Vaname, Queen Vaname.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, greetings, King and family.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to share. I thought, why it's so loud?
1 minute.
I'm loud anyway. Yeah, I wanted to share because I saw you didn't have that many people up, so I wanted to share first. I saw the signs. You know, she was arrested in jail. I mean, in the hospital on her unalive in bed.
Exactly. Yes.
That was. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I just wanted to. I wasn't sure if. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, great.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. She wasn't. I said it at the beginning. I said they tied her to the. They wouldn't let her get medical help until they watch her. They watch her life ebb away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, they
Tell us.
saw her like she was an animal, like a wild animal.
Crazy.
And that song is still powerful. They could never stop that song.
Exactly. That's why I played the song, because it brings those times all the way back then to the times now and tells us that we have work to do to deal with this. But what are your thoughts anyway? Thank you for that. Queen Vanna, go ahead. Let's hear from you. Queen Vanna, can you hear me? She may be busy. Vanna, can you hear me? Okay. She will join me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So
but
yeah.
What is the question? What is the
the question is that you can see on the screen, there's so many people who have been unalived in Mississippi now.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a lot,
right.
over 25, and then we've had now in North Carolina there was 2 in the space of a few days. So what is your take on this? What should we be doing as a community, as black people? And I wanted to also add, the reason why I'm doing this was because we have to understand the similarities between the unaliving going on in the US using different tactics and the unaliving going on ground in Africa with all the wars. Right. That they are similar things. Do you agree with me on that? And
yes,
what are your thoughts?
100%.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
And you know the thing about it is that at this point, it's just so disgusting to hear people still talking about the FBA and African and the FBA. You know, it's because it separates us.
Exactly.
You know, we were a global people. We are one people. We are one people. We are a melanated people. Okay? All the names that we have, no, not Mali, not Nigeria, in Burkina Faso. There are some countries that don't have the name. America, we are not Black Americans. They named us that. We're the original people of this earth. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm understanding. I'm with you 100%. Please go on. Go ahead. Okay, teach, please. Teach. Look. Teach, Queen.
Okay. Look at this FBA shit comes up now. Why, Troy? This is why this came up, Troy. See, when they gave us the name, the same thing happened. Now, just listen to what I'm saying with your heart. When they came up with that word African American, right? That was in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
By Jesse Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, we was calling ourselves Afro Americans.
Mm-hmm.
We black people were calling themselves Afro American.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember when the what was that the one that threw their hands up, Black and Proud?
James Brown.
Yeah, say it loud. I'm Black and Proud.
That's correct. James Brown.
No. It's James Brown, but he got that from the theme of that group. What was that group that helped black people? They made food. Stokely Carmichael.
Yes. Yeah. I know
Black
that.
Panthers.
Black Panthers. Thank you. That's it. Black Panthers. Yes.
See, when they came out with that, they were pronouncing who we were as a people, including Africa.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now look what they've done. They made the word black being bad.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, being dead. There is not. Why am I talking so loud? Maybe I can.
No. It's fine. I think it's just a mic playing up. We can hear you. We can hear you. It's not too loud. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's just the What am I saying? It's what am I saying? What was I saying?
We were talking about the how they came with the name Black America, and then how the Black Panthers were the ones who started it first.
The point I want to make is that there's nothing on this earth, under this earth, and above this earth that didn't come from blackness. There's no color that didn't come from blackness. If everything came from blackness, and it says that in the beginning there was only darkness. That's what it says. Is that right?
Yep. Absolutely.
It says the earth was covered in darkness, and water was upon the land.
Exactly.
And it says that when everything that grows comes from darkness.
Fact.
So, and if we're the original people, that means, and we were created for this earth. Just think about it. We were created for this earth, all over the earth. Will you agree?
100%.
So if everywhere we went, there was everywhere on the earth is pyramids. They have the same, ideas and designs and some of them
exactly. It's exactly the same thing. Everywhere.
Let me tell you something that nobody wants to put out. Nobody without having melanin can break that code. How the pyramids were made and how to make pyramids. Nobody can break that unless they go back in their what do you call that? The book of life, our third eye.
Yes.
It was given to us. It was given. The creators are the ones who did everything. And if you read in this, I forget the name of the book, but it's an ancient book.
Or is it the Gilgamesh? Is it Gilgamesh?
It could be the Gilgamesh, or it could be the Ethiopian Bible. I think it's no older than Ethiopian Bible.
Ethiopian Bible.
It could be the Gilgamesh.
Yes. Okay.
And oh God, I lost what I was going to say.
You were still talking about how the powers we got via the third eye. You mentioned the third eye,
yes,
and how only people who could decode how the pyramid was built were those with melanin, with that the third eye. So take it from there.
So and we came down here when they say the fallen angels. They say the fallen angels that we came down here. We came. Do you know that 9 planets that they say that we have? Do you know that the creation story is there were 9 women?
Wow.
Women are 9 that created this earth. That's what it says. Because the first creator just kept reproducing herself. Okay,
wow.
It was 9 women. 9 women. 9 is the highest number.
That's correct.
Okay, so the pyramid is a direct representation of a vagina.
Exactly.
If I look down between my legs, I look at a pyramid.
You know what? This is such a clever, a great way of explaining this to people, and I hope people are picking up what you're putting down. I hope everybody's picking up what Queen Verna's putting down. It's really important. Yeah, carry on, please.
Ancestors give us all the knowledge we need to unravel this chain. Okay, ancestors are the ones has gotten this. You see the sun heating up.
Exactly.
This is like the great flood.
Mm.
It's coming to clean the earth. You see everything is full.
Exactly.
Look in the I was gonna say in the book in the Bible it says in Deuteronomy, you know, that in this age we will regain everything we lost. Everything we lost, we will regain it. What they're doing now, see, they read this part. The white Christians read this part. And they learned these so-called curse, how we came in this condition and that we would be coming back together and nothing can stop it. And even the nature would go against those that have destroyed us. They read that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're giving us all these distractions. That's why the Epstein and all that stuff is leaked out. It's all the distraction as they got ready in Israel to try to keep claiming and destroying. All the things what they're doing is to keep us distracted. But look, we came so far, we said we're not going into no military fight.
Exactly.
People that's not our enemies.
Yeah.
See, they can't win without us. Look at what happened to their military. They can't win. They can't do nothing without us because we are the ones that built everything. And now this is our time to receive everything that was taken from us. That's why they come up with that FBA shit. That's why they came up with, they saw this long time ago. When they came up with African American, you know when that came up? That came up after Cassius Clay went to, and all those black Muslims went to Africa and they had that fight, jungle, rumble in the
Rumble jungle, yes. Under Mobutu Sese Seko in Congo.
Yeah, and then they had two fights, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Rumble and jungle.
Go back and look at that. I think it was in black and white in that time.
Yeah, it was.
Go back and look at that video. You would look at how the black peoples from America and the Africans were getting together. How they were, I mean, it was, listen, it was like it was originally. It was, when you look, this is what scared these people. That was in the late 70s or in the 80s, right? Because that's when they came up with this name. You got to see the pattern. That's when they came up to give us,
yeah.
This is what they came up.
That was in 1974.
So, 1974. In the 80s, they came up, Jesse Jackson, they got him, promised him that he could run for the president if he would take out Martin Luther King and change the name of, Americans to Africa.
Yeah.
Africa Americans. We were so happy, and when we gathered, we were Afro-Americans. When we gathered, because that's what we always had without the Afro.
Exactly.
Now look at what they did. When they saw all those black people from both sides of the Atlantic joining together, white people went in panic. And then they began to make the plan. We got to stop this. We cannot have them connected. Same thing they're doing today.
Yeah.
They don't want Africans in America or making high prices, all that. That's what they're doing today. Because they know that without us, they're finished.
Yeah.
They read the books. They know the books. Everything they doing is to counteract it's already written in Deuteronomy. Okay, so now they come up with this. When they saw Tory and Mali and what those three countries doing what they did, they had to come up with something. This FBA. Okay. That's just, and really, it's the truth. We are foundational, but we've been people we always went together. Just look at this. It's so evidently. Didn't Akubara go in the 1300 to America?
Yeah,
Abubakar. He sailed to America.
Yeah, the king of Mali, he went, Abubakar. He went to
Yeah, before,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
before it was even named America.
exactly. And he gave the
Now,
gave the throne to his brother Mansa Musa.
yeah, that's right. No, he went. Abaka went first time with 100 ships, and only one ship came back.
Yeah.
Okay, do you agree with that?
Yep, I remember. Yeah, I agree with that story. Yeah, that's how it was.
Okay,
Yes.
so
That's the first. That's the first people to actually go across the world in a ship.
no, not at all. For over 100,000 years,
Yeah.
black peoples have been going all over the world.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So, and that's how he knew to go over there. And it says that the person that came back on that one ship, when Mansa Musa asked why didn't the other ones come back? It says that when Mansa Musa asked them that question, they said because that's where the party is.
Okay.
But did you ever hear? Do you know Dr. Phil Valentine's?
Yeah, I heard that name, but I've not read the works.
Dr. Phil Valentine's has the knowledge that when the records, he has the records, the official where it's written at. When Mansa Musa heard what was happening in America, Mansa Musa went to America with 200 ships, and he never came back. Now get this. Have you ever heard of a king called Montezuma?
Yeah.
They got it in a military song. It's from the halls of Montezuma to the hills of Tripoli. Okay. Have you ever heard that song?
I've heard the song, but I didn't listen closely into the words. I was more into the rhythm.
It's a military marching song.
Yes.
Montezuma was one of the he just like Mansa Musa, he was one of the richest king and had one of the richest kingdoms in America. One of those big pyramids, what you see, they don't know where the people went. They're in Peru and Venezuela. All these people had giant, pyramids, but they were all built by us. We went all over the world. Now, when Mansa Musa went there, he never came back. And people are like, well, he came. No, listen. If you just think about this, if they went to Africa, if you look at the old map, you'll see Africa was right between North America and what they call Canada.
Okay. In the old maps, these are the things that people don't know. They're hidden it.
Map. On the old map, Africa is the continent of. Oh, that echo. The continent of Africa is opposite on top of where it is on the bottom, in the middle.
Wow.
And another thing, the Amazon, the largest freshwater body in the world, that actually, because of has like 25%, 30% of produces all the oxygen in this world.
Wow.
The Amazon is connected to the Mississippi River. Now, they both are on the, Atlantic, is that right?
Yeah. Okay, someone wants to join me. Yes?
I'm asking.
Yes.
We were all connected. We were all connected. All this is why. Oh, you got to take it.
1 second. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't stand to hear my own self talk.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I've taken it off. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is why the people don't go back. See what happened now. Look, that we have this. Now look at that. When that was in that fight, black people, black people, all in America and Africa were one. This is how it was originally. They had trade from all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, they had trade from hundreds of thousands of years. We were trading.
Yeah.
We didn't stay in one place. We knew how to trap because we invented the navigation, the compass, the boats. We knew the waterways. Mansa Musa brother didn't go over there because he didn't know that people was living over there. That was in the 13th century, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So when I say and people get offended, they say, well, you just don't want to be an African. And what I'm saying is that I am neither African or American because all the Venezuelans are not Venezuelan. The Cubans are not Cuban.
Exactly.
Because we were named by them.
Exactly.
And it's because we are named by them, we're still living up under the curse and serving the God that they gave us.
Exactly. I always say it's our Kebulan. I don't even use the word African. I try not to use that because I realize we have to say our Kebulan or Kush, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, if Africa was up to the top, that means that Africans walk back and forth to all over that land. That's what
correct.
it means.
That's correct.
That means that black people, African was in America. The first, now get this here, and you can go and check it out. The first Africans that came from Africa came in the late 1600s. I think it's 1680 something. When they started, when they was almost finished getting millions of Americans out of America.
Wow.
Okay, they were getting black. See the people that went on. What is that one? Liberia.
Yeah. Yeah, Liberia. Yes, they were the original people of America. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. And that was in the same time when they was getting black people out of the land. See, Christopher Columbus came over here because in 1492.
Yes.
What is that? The high priest of Portugal and Spain, from Spain, all the kings at that time were black, all over the world.
Yeah.
All over the world. But they began to give up our lands and stuff and get married into the Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now what happened is that we begin to, all the names that we have now are surnames, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about your African. I'm talking about, like we say, Stewart and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We say that they're slave names. In America, they're not slave names. These are the original names that we had.
That's correct.
These are our names. And what they did when they finally got us out of Europe, and that was at the same time they was getting us out of America. They was getting us out of America because there was too many of us. In fact, do you know that Haiti was in America when they had that war?
Yes, I heard about that.
Yes, and the thing about it is that what we've been the point I really want to make is that we got to stop talking about. We got to stop separating ourselves as the enemies want us to do and see ourselves as a melanated people. It was black people that gave the white tea men the idea of calling yourself white. To your name up under that. They had no intelligence like that. It was black men that had went against the black woman and started bringing these uncivilized people and training them.
Mm-hmm.
Every army at that time was headed by a black man. Okay? You see?
Hannibal.
So-
Yeah, you're right, because I'm thinking about Hannibal. I'm talking about
Africanus.
Septimius.
Yes.
Yeah.
September. September. What say his name again?
Septimius.
Yeah, his kingdom was so large.
Yeah.
It went from one end of the Atlantic to almost the other end. That's how he had the whole thing. And
Yeah.
that stretched back to Africa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how powerful he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was only black kingdoms. And the condition that everything that they have taught us is backwards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why in the hell would they put Africa down from being next to North America? Why?
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
Why? What was the need for that?
Good question.
I can't hear you.
Very good question. Very good question. It's all to confuse and and deflect.
Mm-hmm.
That was what it
Why
was
do
for.
they have pyramids in Africa, in America, over 2,000 pyramids? It's in America. There was nobody else. Listen, there was a time when there was nobody but black people on earth. That's when those pyramids were made. All the other people came much later.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
All the other people came much later. We had the world built up. We even had, you can see it now. They got flying machines, look like sitting in a helicopter. Yeah. It's like a, you know, like when you go to a carnival and you sit in that chair that goes up and down, or like a helicopter.
Yeah.
They had that.
Yeah.
They had that in those days. They built all those big castles and stuff like that. I mean, we are the people that as long as they can keep us divided,
yeah,
they have a chance to keep on destroying us.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
And we disconnect ourselves by using those names.
Yeah.
My ancestors.
It's true. It's true. No. Thank you so much for this, for this, the in-depth knowledge that you're bringing for our people to know what's going on, because we need to redefine ourselves. I always say to people that one of the first things that we need to do is to know who we are. We have to relearn our history, and that history we have to relearn ourselves. We have to do the research, and I'm working with somebody at the minute. I've forgotten his name now. He's an American brother. We are trying to write books and to translate all books written by black authors into African languages, so that our stories can be told to our people, you know, from our perspective, with our own history. This book here, this book, Civilization of Barbarism, by Cheikh Anta Diop, that is a book that helped confirm one of the conclusions, that they realized that the pharaohs of Egypt are black, no exceptions, you know. And we need this kind of books in our local languages, so that the people will know their, you know, true history without it being diluted by other things. So my brother, I need to get his, I've got his number on here. I think I got to find his name. In fact, let me look for that number. My brother is very, 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 very knowledgeable. He's got over 1,000 books. I've got a few, you know, maybe 30, maybe 40 or something like that. But he's got 1,000 books. And I thought, yes, this would be great to work with him and really carry on. Let me just I want to get this. I really want to tell you that name, because I want to, yeah. Black Stallion 2.
Black Stallion, yeah. Yeah, he's a bookstore author.
That's it. So what we are trying to do is we need to be doing, and this is something that we, again, everybody watching me, please go and subscribe to me on YouTube, because this platform is good to talk now here, but trust me, there is work that we need to do behind the scenes, that's away
Yes.
from, and get this work, get those things put in place, so that our people can have that knowledge of self. Because our story has been written by those who are pretending to be us and telling us that we are not us, that in fact they are us in our own story. And we have to rectify that. Unless we rectify that, nothing is going to change. Let me give you an example. When I put up a post a few weeks ago, and I said, oh, Kemet is the name of the land by the Nile. It's called Kemet. So many of those Egyptologists came up and were saying, no, 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 it's Egypt. It's always been Egypt. It's always been Egypt. Then a few weeks later, an Arab man who's from an Egyptian Arab said, look, we met black people in Egypt. I mean, in that land. They were there before we came. And then another friend reminded me, he said that Arabs call that land, they call Kemet, Misra, M-I-R-S. Oh, sorry, I'm gone again. Can you hear me? Sorry, I was talking away. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And Linda, can you hear me? But no, Vaname, can you hear me? Sorry. Oh, goodness me. Cancel that. I don't want you to answer the call. That's me by accident. I pressed it by accident. Cancel that. You're live with me, so don't worry. So, you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So now so I put the post up saying that Kemet, because of the book, sorry, that was me. I put the book up, that post up, because after reading this book, and it said that the land was Kemet, not Egypt. So now another friend came and told me that the Arabs know Kemet. They use the word Misra for Kemet. That and the commonality.
In the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. In the Bible. So, and the commonality is that the Europeans trying to say that Kemet is Egypt. That is what the Greeks came and termed it. That's what they view it as, because they were trying to take it over. And the Arabs were trying to take it over. So they named it Misra. Sorry, the picture will be back in a minute. I'll be back. I'm still here. I don't know. I just lost my visual. So I'll be back in a second. Let me just check what's going on with that. Okay. So I'm back. I don't know what happened. It just went. So the thing is that, so that tells us, so when I now put that up, since I put up that post that explained that the Arabs know, they see Kemet as Misra, and the Europeans see Kemet as Egypt, I don't think, not one person has come to challenge that statement, because it is based on the facts. And that is what we need to do. So we need to do a lot of research and pull all of this information together so that people can begin to make very, very informed decisions and acquire the right knowledge about who we are as, black people. Our identity is very, very important to us, because that identity gets us to get forward, to be able to plan our way forward. Sorry about this. I don't know what's going on with the cameras. Something's going on. Maybe it's just, I don't know what is happening, but I'm here. So that is a very, very important point that I wanted to raise, that the need for us to do our research, to be able to identify ourselves, to know our history, it is more important than anything else, because then we can now begin to, oh, Linda, you there? Hello, Linda, you good? Okay, so I'm frozen now, am I? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Hello, Linda.
Hang on, let me bring her in. Can you hear me? Let me see if anybody can hear me. So, yeah. Can you hear me, Vaname? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear.
Okay, good. I thought I'd gone for a minute because the whole thing just started going funny. Because I know I'm not being, I'm not.
Bring Linda.
Sorry?
You said bring Linda in.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring her in, yes. I wonder if I'm trying to add her. So Linda, if you can join me, I've sent her moderation, but I've invited her. I don't know if you will bring her in. I'm trying to bring her up. But thank you so much for that. But I just want to go back to the topic we were doing, and that is to talk about this issue of how the Mississippi killings going on. It is something we need to be aware of. And by the way, for those of you who want to watch that BBC series on Septimius being a black person, it is on here. Let me see if I can find it. Septimius is the name. So you can read about that, and that confirms what Vanna May was saying. Thank you very much, Vanna. That was what Vanna May was saying earlier on, that, I'll just play a few clips of that. So here we go. Watch. Was
it common for there to be an African emperor?
It's not common to have an emperor from Africa. No, he was the first one, as far as we know. He became an emperor through military means. He was very successful at leading campaigns in Africa, particularly bits of Africa that we now know as Syria and Libya. And he also led the legions fighting through Central Europe.
What were some of Severus's greatest achievements during his reign?
During his reign, Severus was head of the largest Roman Empire that there ever was. So he made the largest Roman Empire. So he expanded the empire into North Africa, and he also expanded into Scotland, of course.
Why?
So you can see now that the stories have been told us about. If you read about, let me show you what they show you when I talk about Septimius now. When I talk about him normally, they first say to me, BBC and various historians know that Roman Emperor Septimius was born in Leptis Magna, modern Libya in North Africa, whilst educational resources and media have described him, depicted him as dark-skinned. In discussion, Romance diversity, historians clarify he was of Punic, Phoenician, and Italian descent rather than sub-Saharan Africa. So you see the game they're playing. You can see that BBC have said themselves that that he was from Africa. So these are black Africa, So these are really important things for us to understand, that when we don't know our history, others will claim that history, and that changes things for us. So I just wanted to touch on that. But quickly, before I go, I wanted to just touch on the issue of the people who are being, listen to this guy again. Listen to this one. Listen to this guy. Hang on. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. So let's go.
Florida curriculum.
Let me just bring him in. Here we go.
Recently wasn't even widely taught in the curriculum of the state that it took place in. It's amazingly disheartening just how many stories like this there are. This is the story of the Ocoee Election Day Massacre. The 15th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified on February 3rd, 1870. It gave African American men the right to vote. By Election Day 1920, it had been legal for almost 50 years. But many black citizens still didn't exercise their right to vote out of the very valid fear of retribution. Those fears came true in Ocoee, Florida on November 2nd, 1920. When the sun set that day, it became the most violent day in American election history. Ocoee at the time was the home to some 255 African-American residents and 560 white residents, according to the 1920 census. On November 1st, Ku Klux Klan members marched in robes, carrying crosses, and threatening violence if any black men attempted to vote in Ocoee. Poll workers challenged whether African-American voters were really even registered. The voters had to prove they were registered by appearing before the notary public, R.C. Bigelow.
And what are they doing right now in many states in the U.S.? Making it difficult for black people to vote. So this story is very relevant, and it also ties into Mississippi and everything else because of what they are doing. Hang on, let me see if I can bring people in. So I'm trying to bring in I'm trying to add you, Linda, but it's not letting me do that. I don't know why. I'm going to accept now. Then I'll bring in Obana's been. Okay, hi. Greetings. Yes. Hi. So
I'm so interested. Today we are talking about America and the bull that this administration is doing.
Yes.
Everything in his power to take black people back to a place in time that many people shed their blood, sweat, and tears to get out of, including the voting rights. So redistricting is one of the things he's doing. That private army of his that he calls ICE may show up at the polls on voting day to intimidate people. Heck, I'm going to do it anyway. Even if they're there, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Now, there's been a lot of states. The state I'm in, they went to the state house and decided they would not allow him to do redistricting here. But other states, you know, it went through. And so pretty much the black districts have been divided and added to a bunch of white ones. So that means their vote is going to be minimized. I cannot believe, after being on this planet almost 100 years, that I would see us going back in time. However, I don't think that the person in charge...
Oh, gosh. Hello, are you there? Okay, you're there.
...has a history of being affiliated with the 3K group. His father was a part of it. He grew up with this, and now he's trying to take us back to this.
Yeah.
One of the first things he did coming in the door was fire 300,000 black women from the government jobs. Which I thought was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then he said something about they were just DEIA, diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility. He doesn't think that that's a good thing. He thinks that's terrible, that they should just give jobs to unqualified white people because they're white. So we're having a lot of mess going on here with all the agencies and programs because of all these unqualified people being in charge. I can hardly wait for him to get out of here, because I've had enough of this already. You know, because I'm retired, one of the things they did was decide that they're going to cut everybody's check. Wait a minute, it's already a little teeny tiny check. You're going to cut it and do what with the money? Because you're using up the money in bad ways. I could see if you were going to do something good for the country, but instead, you over in Iran getting expensive pew-pews dropped out of the air.
Exactly.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did not sign up for that.
Nope.
Most of us did not. He just did that on his own. He didn't even go through Congress.
No, you're right.
So yeah, I can. This is awful. This person that I think some Nigerians think is going to come over there and help them. Some Congolese think he's going to come and help them. The man is racist.
Please tell them. Exactly. Please tell them again. This is. I keep telling people seem to have this idea. Oh, please come and help. You are calling for the hen to watch the fox to watch the hen house. I mean that's just, you know, just write off those hens. Just write them off, because if you get that person to watch the hen house, whoa, you know, you don't want that, and it's terrible. I wanted to thank you so much for that, and welcome, Mr. Lady LJ. I wanted to talk about this issue I was talking about Mississippi, and there's a number of people. Can you tell us more about it? What are your thoughts on this Mississippi and the unaliving of people? There's over 25 that I've had thus far. And there's more. Yeah, go ahead.
First, I want to mention a movie. I hope everybody's seen it. It's a depiction of things that have happened in the past starting to come back today. Mississippi Burning. Back in the day, especially in the southern states, Mississippi being one of them, some of them are more racist than others, but lynchings occurred frequently, and nobody was held accountable for it. Today, they are doing it, picking us off one by one. Whenever they catch somebody out there that's vulnerable and they have the opportunity, they do it. And then There's no investigation, so no one is going to be held responsible because all of a sudden they think that we want to unalive ourselves by strange fruiting, which is what we call it. Strange fruiting ourselves. That is what you did to us. Why would we want to do that to ourselves? There are many ways if you want to do that to yourself. And we're very resilient people, so we get through whatever it is. But mental health is serious. Some people do it, but never by strange fruiting. Ever. They are catching people, and a lot of times it's the police. Afterwards, there's no investigation. They immediately rule it a suicide. It is not.
Exactly.
Like it's going on all over the place, not just in Mississippi. This year alone, they've had way too many of those. Now, if I'm talking about me. If I was going to do that, I think I'd take a couple of them with me, and it would probably be by pew-pew. I'm going to pew-pew you up, then I'll do me when I'm finished. I'm just saying.
Well, it's got to be said. It's got to be said, and it's true. I mean, I know we're chuckling a little bit, but this is actually quite concerning.
Serious.
It is serious.
One of them was a young girl. They say the tree was so high. They wonder how in the world did this 16-year-old get way up that tree?
There you go.
No chair or anything to unalive herself like that.
Yeah.
We don't believe it.
No.
They just want to dismiss it. And, you know, even if somebody went to jail for it, this man would probably just pardon them and let them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are in crisis over here. This is terrible what they're doing.
It is. It is. It's really
not only with people being unalived, with these ICE people out here, just taking people out, no accountability, food prices high, gas high, people being kicked out of their jobs, people that don't know what they're doing in jobs and messing up everything. It's just awful what this man is doing. I don't even know how they let him run for president, but he weaseled his way in there.
Yep.
I guess money will do that.
Yep.
He weaseled his way in, and we have to figure out how to get him out. Because you know he wants to do it again.
Yep. I know. He wants to try and get back in. Yeah, I know. He wants to try and get back
This
in.
is the worst thing ever. I have never seen anything like this. And like I said, I've been on this planet almost a century.
Wow.
I've never seen anything so horrible. And I've seen some horrible things.
Wow.
But this is by far the worst. And then after you take money from us every way that you can, because you let Elon Musk come in, calling himself Doge, looking for unnecessary spending. So he cut everything. Everybody's money got cut, including firing all those people. You know, he went so far as to fire the people that pushed the nuke button. And after he realized what he had done, he had to go and try to beg those people to come back to work. Many refused. So now we got unqualified people over that. So don't be surprised if you see something happening that should not have happened, because he's just not responsible. Personally, I think there's some mental issues going on, and that he is not qualified to be there.
Yeah.
The greed, the selfishness, the stupidity, all of that is happening in 2026. My God, today.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, just on the case you were saying, I just pulled up a petition that's been put up for justice for Tasia Fortune and Julia Nzita, and all Black Americans unalived by, HANGING in the American South. Families fear lynchings, but police keep ruling suicide. So it really confirms what you're saying. And I felt that it was something that we should really talk about on this platform, because the song by, I played that song earlier on. I don't know if you heard me play it. I played Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit, because like you said, strange fruiting, and to say, the strange fruit themselves. and this idea to oh no, they did it themselves, we had nothing to do with it, nothing to see here, go on away. And please, the two of you, I'm going to ask you first, Linda, then I'll go to Vanna. What of the coroners, the coroners in Mississippi? They seem to just be making the same assessment when it is clear it is not what they're saying. And they are, of course, people from the group who are carrying out most of this. Is there anything that can be done? What do you think is the solution here? Don't they need to be moved, these coroners?
One of the things that are being done is those, and I'm so glad to see Black people with money step up to intervene. They are hiring some of our well-known and prestigious attorneys. He's probably going to become overwhelmed because, there's the Nolan that went out on the boat.
Yeah,
with
Nolan Wells, yes.
Yes, went out on the boat with his friends and didn't come back. Another cover-up going on. And these attorneys that they are hiring, they are doing the investigation, independent ones, as well as celebrities pitching in, to pay for different things, the autopsies and the investigation. So, but we already know. We know what they're doing. They've done it in the past. And if you don't learn from what happened in the past, you'll keep repeating. They will be allowed to keep repeating the same thing over and over. So we already know, because we've been living around these people for a long time, and we know how devastating they can be. And at one point, because I lived through this, there was segregation. And even when Black people built their own towns and cities, they just came in, like Oklahoma. When you drop pew-pews from you drop them on the city.
Exactly.
You run the people out, you massacre the people and run them away. And they had a bank, their very own bank there. Do you know they went in there and straight robbed the bank? Took all those people's hard-earned savings. And they're not the only one. If you Google it, you'll see many cities that we had, while trying to stay away from them for our own safety, that they destroyed. They just tell a lie and then go in with jungle justice, I'm going to call it, and just go in there and just destroy the place and take the land.
It's not even justice. It is a straight
a massacre.
Gangsterism, mafioso, you name it. There's no justice. You can't hang this one around justice. This is the gravest injustice that has been going on the Black Wall Street. By the way, the oldest woman in that Black Wall Street, she passed away recently. So these are Vanna saying 300 city. So these are really horrible things that is going on. But Linda, thank you so much. 1 second. Let me just quickly ask the same question.
I want to add this too.
Okay, go ahead.
When in the past it happened, there were protests and things going on to try and stop the injustice and get laws passed. We've managed to get a few people in politics that could help with getting laws passed so that we don't go through that again, so that we are able to get into schools that they used to deny us, get loans for homes, to stop the redlining, because, they didn't want us in their neighborhoods. And to me, this is my opinion, it was better when we were not. But now that this administration is rolling back and dismissing all of these laws and rules we had for our protection in the past, and recruiting Black people, because some people will do anything for some money. They are all online. I call them coconut coons. The coconut coons are online saying yes, because we are being run like this entire country by a mob boss.
Well, those coons are masters. They're masters boys and
I'm
girls.
sick of them. I'm sick of them too. I say pick a side. So since they picked a side, they went over there. We want them to stay over there because they are going to be turned on. And we want them to stay over there with them. Let
Yep.
them do what they will with you.
Yeah.
Because this picking people off one by one is so disheartening. However, we are staying out the streets because of his own, private military out there, ICE. Because ICE is doing not only black people, they doing Hispanic people,
Yeah.
white people.
Yeah, I've been seeing, yes. Yes.
Yeah, so we staying out of the streets, not this time. Somebody
Exactly.
else got to go out there.
Yeah, well said. No, thank you very much for that, Miss Lady LJ. Thank you. Vaname, I wonder this the coroners, what they were doing. Clearly they are doing something. They're trying to hush up this strange fruiting that is going on, and trying to say that people are doing it. What should the people do? I know Linda answered it, but I wonder what your thoughts are and how, what's the way forward anyway. Thank you.
Okay. Well, the code that thing was for to directly attack our melanin. Melanin is what make us. It's called the God. What do you call that molecule?
Yeah, the God molecule.
Control
Yes.
of everything living. Okay, have melanin in it. Some people have melanin, but it's what they call it calcified.
Okay. Yes.
And that means total lack of love.
Okay.
And those are the people that are doing all of the destruction.
Okay.
What their attempt now is to bring us out into protest and get us duped up that we can be mowed down. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to start a civil war between us and them.
Yeah.
Because if they got a civil war going on, they can declare when the government take over as
state of emergency.
Emergency, and not only that, he's still not doing the. Remember, I told you about Dr. Ray Hagen said that. What do you know what's coming? I don't know if I told you that. When he talked about what was going to happen to it, and he said, "Black people, get ready because what y'all have coming on now, what's coming on us now, you better be prepared to outlive it." The thing about it is that this is the end of according to Deuteronomy, this is the end of their time. In fact, they're 100 years over their time. But this age is for us to rise. It says that all land, everything we belong, and guess what? They're having, I think, at the end of this month, but they already started giving us back thousands of acres of land because they owe us like three some billion acres. They owe us all that land in America. They owe
trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Somebody's getting land. Who's getting land? Are you talking about the South Africans?
No. Let me finish talking. I'll tell you. We're talking about black people in America. I'm talking about Americans right now. Okay. I'm talking about Americans right now.
Yeah, well, the South Africans are here. They're getting stuff. Black people are not.
But sister, I'm just going to talk about America right now. What's happening? Okay.
I'm in America. I'm telling you, they're not giving out land.
I know they're not. Let me finish saying what I said. Maybe you understand what I'm saying, okay? What I'm saying, this is our time to get back everything that was taken from us.
Okay.
Everything. We are the owners of everything.
Exactly.
So this is their time. They had started 100 years ago. It was over for them. They know this. It's written in Deuteronomy.
Okay.
This is what they're doing now. They're going to try to take us out of here as many possible because they know they got to give us everything back. And Donald Trump be honest with you, he is the one, the great one, the evil one that is doing everything in the favor of black people, even though he doesn't know it. This is the first time black people didn't go in the military. And without black people in those military, they never would have won one war.
That's true. That's true.
And Donald Trump says that all black teachers will be fired, and that this is the best thing that happened to us. Donald Trump said that, what is that? All the black history is going to be taken out of school. Hallelujah. Why do I say that? The black history has nothing to do to who we really are. The black history doesn't tell how great we are.
Because
when
it,
you say,
because it's been doctored. Because it's not. It's because it's a story that's been shaped and
totally reversed from who we are. This is the why we're in this condition, because they took away all of our identity. And look, because it was us. It was us who gave them this knowledge. They didn't know nothing about this, but because of that, they know also this here in Deuteronomy. They know that their time is over with. So what they're going to do now is try to get as many of us to go out with them. That's one thing.
Okay.
But they also do not want the knowledge of us knowing who we are. We got to, you know what black people in America should do, and all over the world? Black people need to make a day, no more schools, giving our children this education that's destroying us. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop sending our children out to people that we know hate us. They're showing us to stop doing that. We are one people when we are united. We were always one people. And as long as we're talking about, well, we're not, that's not American. We ain't gonna go over there. As long as we have a division by the names, we'll never be powerful. We'll never be powerful. Yeah. We are a people. And that's when we were in control. And the thing about it is that they're doing all this. And look what happened in Iran. No, black people, we don't want you to come. They send some of them back home. They don't want them to come.
Yeah.
And they're so happy that the black people are not fighting.
Yeah.
Okay? They got over 2 million black people, I think it is, in Iran.
Yeah.
They're not destroying them. They leave them alone. Let them live their life. They've been there forever.
Yeah.
And most of the people that they was killing over there in the Holy Land, listen, but they're mostly the color we are. Ethnic cleaning. What we have to do is become a people. A people. And what I see in America is really, really the best. This is the biggest move black Americans have ever made. And also in Africa, because of Troy, it's just a matter of day. They will be gone in less than 10 years.
Wow.
Nigeria is coming up very soon.
Wow.
They can't stop it no more. This is our time. You see, we have our ancestors. We have the whole universe. Why so many people? What, over 20,000 something here in Europe or in Germany, I think it is. I don't know, but it has left this world in this heat.
Yeah.
This is like the flood. The earth is being clean. The earth is being clean.
Yeah,
and all we have to do is stay into our melanin, loving ourselves and each other. That's what we have to do.
You're very, very right about the number of deaths, spate of deaths, because in UK here there was about 3,000 people in the past 3 months now. 3,000 have died from heat stroke in UK, and there's been more again in France and Spain, and you're right. You're absolutely right about that.
Do you think that this is because of them being cut off by the Sahel? Because the Sahel was supplying them with everything they needed for their civilization when the Sahelians were not getting anything in return. When I first heard about them and started looking into it, and I heard about people eating grass, I almost cried. Who would do people that cruel so that they can live large while other people struggle because you are stealing from them and don't even care. I'm glad they cut them off. I think they deserve whatever is happening to them is punishment, and they should accept it and find another way, because it's going on for way too long. And every day I'm glad to see the development going on in the Sahel. Thank God for that.
Yes.
I love those. I have to say, I love the Sahel.
Yes.
Long live those brave, strong men defending their country and taking control of their resources.
Ashe.
So forget them people. Even if they come on their knees begging, let them go. Go home.
Ashe. Ashe. Ashe to that. Ashe.
Sister, you finished? Sister, you finished?
Yeah, I
Hello?
think, yeah, she's, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what, Chari, if we would just look at him, Chari is following the direction and the guidance of the ancestors. Look how many attacks they've been had because they had these religious freaks.
Mhm.
Yeah. And how many times people in his own circle
Yes.
have tried to attack him.
They paid them to try and do it from within, but they failed.
Yes. Yeah, because he came on a mission, and he's not afraid of leaving here. Because he knows that when he leave here, he's going to an even higher world. Because he did his, but not only that, when if they could take him out, this would be the worst thing to happen to Europeans. Because you're going to have thousands and millions of Troys.
You know something. I just want to remind you of a chat we had some time ago, Queen Verna, and the chat was about the similarity between Traore and Simeon Toko. Now, Simeon Toko said something, and he said, "I'm gonna leave right now." When they try to, take him into pieces and everything else.
Yes.
And then he said, "I'm gonna leave," but when many are going to come back.
That's right.
And I get a feeling that this is the time now. I get that feeling that this is the time. I don't know what you think, but yeah.
No, this is our age. This is what is this, Aquarius? This is our age. This is our age. The whole universe is lining up for us. The earth is heating up to get off all things of destruction.
Okay.
And there are enough of us now coming to the wisdom of who we are and the God in us that is able to carry us back to where we came from.
Ashe. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Let me quickly thank you so much for that, Queen Verna, and also thank you to Queen Lady LG as well. The two queens, wonderful insight and knowledge that you're sharing with us, and going through. And I just want to say I stand with the people of America who are going through this difficult time with this Mississippi thing in Carolina and all these places, and we reject what is going on.
The whole United States.
We reject it, and we see it, and we are saying we are with you, and we know just like they are unalive in the United States, they are unalive in Africa, and we need to understand it's the same goal they're after, to try and stop people from actually benefiting from the resources in their land. And we stand with you guys, and we will continue to shine a light as much as we can. And I'm really grateful for your comments, two of you.
I thank you so much for shining a light on it. I think he's been in office like almost a year now, and he wants to extend the term so that he can do another term. But if he does, and this might rub you the wrong way, Vernon, but it's going to rub me the right way, and many Americans, because you German now, because you moved away and stayed away. The fact that he wants a third term, if he's allowed to run a third term, Obama should be allowed to run too. And we will be voting him in. Because when given a choice of Trump or Obama, even the Europeans like Obama now, they see the difference, and we are so sorry. Many of the, I'm going to call them MAGAs, MAGA is sorry. They are online every day talking about they made a mistake. They are sorry.
Oh, shucks. Did they make a mistake now? Oh,
Yeah.
darn. Sorry.
They thought he was
Too
going
late.
to be giving away stuff to them, stimulus checks and loans and putting them in business, and he ain't giving them nothing. So they're sorry.
No, thank you so much. Thank you for that, Linda. Let me quickly go to Queen Linda. You okay? My brother, go ahead. I think I'd like to hear from you. You just I saw your message. Oshukpamo, Osakpamo. Go ahead. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say? You okay?
No, actually,
Go ahead.
I came up by mistake. I was listening to the conversation. I'm a Black American sister,
Okay.
and I live in Nigeria.
Oh, nice.
I've been living here
That's I'm interested now. Okay, tell us about how was it like right now?
It's not been the best experience, I can say. We are right now. I have a case against the government, immigration. But we're looking at the governments as if the governments are going to be put in place to help the people. They are not. They are here to take and to steal and ravage the people. They're not of any benefit. It's not about race. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing. It's not about race. This is about power. This is about the ultimate control. And we have to understand the enemy behind the enemy is far bigger than what we could ever imagine. This is a spiritual warfare more so than anything else. And it's played out in the Bible as well. We can see the things, the book of Daniel, that gave the descriptions of things, massive things that were happening in his visions about our times that we're living in today. And I think that if we could get past the distractions, the racism, the stealing of resources and those things, and we come together, we would be able to fight off this enemy in a way that would not suppress the people of Africa or the Black Americans, as well. Me personally, I'm not too much interested in the other Americans, because the other Americans are the cause of most of this stuff that's happening in America. But I do wish that my people would wake up and not be distracted by the monies that they're going to be throwing, because it says in the Bible they're going to be throwing money in the streets. Money's going to be so available now, it's going to be ridiculous. So everybody's going to be able to attain it, but that's the distraction from the major thing that's about to come. Okay. When United Nations, when the UN takes control, that's when you're going to see the end of times come to term. So if we don't get ourselves prepared and ready for what's about to happen, this is going to be like nothing we've ever seen before. Just like World War I, World War II. Nobody on the planet could even ever imagine such a thing could happen. Now here we are in 2026. They've shut down, the CERN has shut down the LHC machine. People are starting to gain their senses again. There are so many things that are happening. Religion is being attacked from all angles, from every continent. People are uprising. People are angry. They're upset. Resources are being drained. People are having to pay and suffer for things that should be free. We are at an all-time high of watching prophecies unfold right before our very eyes. So if we don't gather ourselves together, if we don't get our resources and the resources that we have available to us, and to be able to unify, to share amongst each other, we're going to lose big time. This is a major fight, major fight. And I don't even know if many of us are even going to survive this, to be honest. I look at the situation here in Nigeria, and the mindset of the people is a lot like Black Americans in the 1960s and the 1970s.
when I got off the plane, I tell you, it was like a blast from the past. I couldn't believe it. And the same things that they did to us with the advertisement, with the loans, with the different credit lines, and the different types of foods and the fast food that's coming in, they're doing the same thing to Nigerians.
Exactly.
And they don't even see it coming.
Exactly, because many of them, and this is why I keep trying to do my program, they are so deeply wedded into the religions and what the pastors and imams say, and they rather follow that and not use their own minds, their own discernment to pick up, and go, hey, no, I'm not doing that, I'm doing this, and that is a real issue. And I'm so glad you touched on this. I am so glad you okay. The name, I think, I'm when I say you okay, I'm saying I'm asking you, but that's what your name is. So I'm so glad you brought this up. And I think it's, again, having three powerful, women, queens, goddesses. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Three powerful goddesses speak on this is very important. It's a message there. And now I understand why this program had to happen today. That is why because I kept thinking I wasn't going to do this progress about the strange fruit, but something said, no, you got to do something today. And I think others who have listened to everything that's been said now will get that message. So thank you so much. Go ahead.
I got my hand up too, but go ahead, Berna.
But sister, I ask first, please.
Okay. Go ahead, Berna.
Go ahead.
The sister that just came up, you're very, very right. And but it says also, I think it's in Revelation, where it says the churches are going to fall. Everything of the synagogue of evil. Everyone that has, the only thing that are going to be saved after this is over with are the righteous ones.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
That's the only thing protecting us. That's the only thing really on this earth while we are on this earth. Those are the only ones. Everything else will be taken away because it's the new age. And the fact is that we as women have now got to come up. Because all the peace, all the greatness came when we were the ones in charge of the earth. So it's our time.
Yeah, well said.
Okay, are you finished?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Well said.
Okay,
Thank you for that. Go ahead, Queen.
I wanted to say, first of all, long time no see. You didn't change your name, and I didn't know who you were. But at some point, I thought, oh, that voice. I know that voice. So it is so good to hear from you.
Yes, ma'am. This is my backup page. My other page is Osapamo. That's the
well,
one
you
that I
gotta
have.
stop that because can't keep up with you like that. If you change your page, you have to go ahead and send me an invitation, follow or something. Because you are one of the first people that I knew of that were actually on the continent. So I followed you around to see what was happening and all that good stuff. But my point I want to make, though, to the panel here is I don't talk about religion very much because when I have been in spaces where people talked about religion, I saw that they had a completely different concept than I do. And I didn't want to put what I believe on them or even share it with them because they don't believe it. They have been totally indoctrinated to believe that one day Sky Daddy is coming and that Sky Daddy is white, is coming and going to save them and rescue them, just like they think Donald Trump is going to come over there and save them. And I thought this is the most absurd stuff I have ever heard in my life. This man will pew all of you and take your gold and leave. But they believe that, this is the Savior and he's coming to help. And so I have just stopped going into some spaces for that reason. And I also do not discuss religion because they believe that there's a heaven and paved streets with gold and that they're supposed to starve to death or be pew because I don't see nobody trying to fight for no rights. They just want to starve to death so that they can go to this place that they believe, because you know, belief is something without evidence.
Yeah.
And so they believe because this is what they were told, that you know it's going to be greater over there. But I'm this is me. This is my stuff. I cannot be convinced that I need to starve to death while you sitting there eating good and getting fat. And I'm hungry. I can't do it. Not me. I can't. I smell your food. I see your food. I see you got lights, water, and everything. And you telling me it's okay for me to starve to death. So I can't talk about religion with these people because they have some of the weirdest beliefs, and it just makes my stomach churn.
Yeah.
And they don't believe me. And so I say, okay, well, I understand you waiting on your turn to starve to death, thinking that you're going to go have a feast somewhere else. But I want my feast here and now. So I don't discuss religion with them because they go way to the left and I'm going way to the right. And I don't want to call them names, you know, like stupid.
Yeah.
So I just don't. I don't discuss religion at all because then they start telling you all this weird stuff that they've been told. That one day somebody on the far, far other side somewhere is going to reward them with everything that they want. And I just can't. I cannot hear it. It makes my ears bleed.
I'm with you. One of the things.
Host, I have to say something to what the sister just said. Y'all can use a good piece. It don't have to come from the sky.
Yeah, very well said. Thank you, Queen Vera. Listen, what I wanted to just chip in on that. I'm not. Anybody can believe whatever they want to do, but in this age, in this time that we're in now, when it comes to Africa, I make it explicit that we need to follow what Ibrahim Traore is doing. He still holds on to the belief that he believes in Islam to a certain extent, but he is taking the scales off his eyes to say, however, if you want to bring that Sharia nonsense on my land, ain't gonna happen. You keep it right over there. I'm staying right here. I'm fixing my land, and you keep that Sharia out of my land. Are we clear on that? You know, so that is what the pragmatic approach of Ibrahim Traore is, what every African, and in fact in America as well, is what should happen. Because I noticed, like you said, hey, maybe I shouldn't go too much in that because it's gonna be a bit of a like Queen LJ said. I don't want to bring, you know, I don't want to cause a ruckus because it's not the focus. The focus is, of course, how to deal with this issue of, you know, the Mississippi thing going on in Carolina and all of this unaliving of black people. Just wanted to just show you this thing. You see the girl, there was one girl that was unalived in Carolina, I mean in Mississippi. Her name is Juliana Nzita. She comes from Congo. I just wanted to say that she is from Congo. She migrated to North Carolina in the States, and she was unalived. So when people are wondering, some Africans may be wondering, why am I doing this? We need to first understand that, like Queen Vanna said, we are the first people on this planet, and every part of this planet, wherever they dig, they found black people. We need to begin to look at each other as one and the same, and make sure anything that affects one affects the other, and we begin to take concern, take action collectively to address what is collectively affecting us. Because guess what? As I speak to you now, there is a biological warfare going on in the Congo right now. When they're saying they're trying to help them, you know, when they're trying to help to
4,000 people.
There you go.
Week.
There you go. And what they are doing is they're injecting stuff saying they're helping, but that stuff is what is actually taking them out. But, you know...
Wait. I thought Donald Trump was supposed to be settling that thing because the president sold all of the resources. I knew that wasn't going to work. I just kind of slapped my forehead and said, oh, my God. No, they didn't.
It is...
Because it's not going to happen. All that's going to happen is he's going to come and get the resources out and leave those people doing the same thing that's going on now because he does not care. He cares about money, and not just money to say help America or Africa. He cares about money in his own pocket.
His own pocket.
So
yes.
he's going to rob Congo. That's it.
Yeah, so it is very, very important that we understand that the same principles, everything that you're hearing, everything that you're seeing, everything that they're saying, and the actions, it may look like, oh, it's happening all the way in the US, oh, it's happening all the way in Congo and Africa. It has one purpose: extermination globally. Thank you, globally. So we as a people must understand that, and we have to use discernment in how we deal with things. It's not everything we're going to say online. It's some things we will have to do, as per and when, but we need to make sure our messaging, we understand what's going on, we understand what step we need to take. We start having, you guys call it speaking on code, and that's what we need to be doing in a very, very clear way among ourselves, so that when we're meeting, the messaging that we're doing is we're focused, and we can see, that thing of I see you, and when you walk past on the street, when I walk past any black person, I sort of, there is that nod, you just know, that kind of thing. That's what we need to do now with this situation now, because it is everywhere. Everywhere you look, they're causing this distress and strife. So, but I guess I'm probably going to be rounding up the show now. I need to have a break. Yes.
Before you go.
Okay, go ahead.
That being on code thing. Whenever I encounter a black person, that nod thing you were talking about, I make sure I make eye contact with them and speak to them as if to say, I see you. I live in a building with about 400 people. Most of them, well, they come from all over the world. Some of them don't even speak English. Some are friendly, some are not so much. However, whenever I see a black person, I acknowledge them because I know that even in here, they're going through something. I've spoken with some, and they've told me the things that have been done to them, and they try to do things to me. So I let them know that I see you. And if they want to stop and chat for a few, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's hot or raining or whatever, because during this administration, I've made up my mind. I'm staying inside, okay? This thing will be over sooner or later.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, and in between time, I'm acknowledging people. Not only that, online, I really like talking to people on the continent because I've never been there.
Yeah.
And I want to know what's happening, their thoughts, their feelings. And so I see and hear a lot of bias and xenophobia. But personally, I'm just happy to see anybody that looks like me, even though I know many of them are not on code. I'm still going to greet you.
Good.
I'm going to greet you regardless and wish you the best because, well, it's too much going on and it is a global issue. It has always been a global issue.
Well said.
But today it is even worse than ever. So greetings to all my people everywhere. Just know that I love you, even if you don't get the point. If you don't get it, I'm sorry about that. I'll try. But people have a tendency, to stick with their beliefs. And once we can figure out what it is that we want for ourselves, pick a problem, agree on it, and work towards it, we will have some more unity because we just too broken, and that was part of their plan. They've done that intentionally because it's beneficial to them. So we got to find a way to put differences aside and come together on a common goal because we're all being mistreated everywhere. Germany, Russia, U.S., the Caribbeans, everywhere. All of this beefing about I'm better than you. What kind of trophy do you win for that? All you do is stay far away because together we are a mighty force. And in all these little tiny little individual groups, we're easy to pick off. So we got to figure that one out. That's a black thing. We got to sort it out.
Thank you so
And
much.
I
Thank
would
you,
just
Queen
like to add
Queen
to that.
LJ. Go ahead, Vanna. Go ahead,
No,
Queen Vanna. Go ahead.
do you know that if we, as a people, that would terrorize these people? I'm telling you, that would break their whole system. If we would stop calling on the gods they gave us and start calling each other sister, brother, wherever you're from, that would terrorize the people, because this is the thing that what they're doing is to make sure that we don't join.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's
As long as
exactly
we're
is. It is.
broken, they can keep on breaking us.
Yeah. Now, I think this is very important message in here. Everybody watching, listen to our goddesses, Queen LJ, Queen Vanna, Queen UK. They are telling us what we need to hear and take away. If you take anything away from this broadcast, it is to understand that anytime you see any black community, and you may not be part of it, but you are, by the fact of that you are a black person, you are part of that community, and you need to try and make sure we begin to work together and look out for each other. Because for too long we've been, like you said, like Vanna said, we've been divided, and that division is preventing our development. In Africa, they've divided us into 54 different countries. None of us is working together. The benefit of the resources is not benefiting for the people of Africa, and that is what Ibrahim Traore has come to change. He is a person sent down by our ancestors to correct this mistake, but it requires us to unite. So I'm so glad everything that's been said here. And again, we need to speak up and support those who are in this what's going on in Mississippi and in Carolina. We need to make sure we don't any of the stories, we should share it, talk about it, come in on your platform, make sure you shine a light, because they don't want us to talk about what concerns us. Soy Misty, greetings. Wow, it's been a while. Yeah, I'm gonna say, let me just say hello to her. So yeah, so it's anyway, so it is very, very important that we do the work. And I wanted to talk about this strange fruit thing that's going on, and I'm glad that a lot of people have really responded, even though I know that TikTok has banned me. They've really brought my platform down. What you can do for me in the middle of all of this, however, is to go to my YouTube channel. You can see it saying subscribe. Do me that favor, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to Season AY on YouTube. Yeah, thank you very much. And everybody watching, you okay? I wanted to just hear from you briefly. I'll bring in Soy Misty if she wanted to say something as well.
Yes, Misty.
Okay. You okay? You wanted to speak briefly?
I just want to say, we as a people, when they did everything to take black man and black woman apart, okay? That's how we fall. That began our falling. And now we as a people, we have to connect to each other soulfully, because when we connect to each other soulfully, that means we have the power and protection, just like Traore, because that's ancestral.
Fantastic.
And we have to also talk to people, if they're religion and they're willing to learn, we have to talk to them like we're talking to our children.
Exactly.
We can't get into a fight with them.
Exactly.
If we talk with them, we can't accuse them, because it says, forgive them, for they know not better. And we're sent here to be a light of the world. And if we start turning our light off because people have certain beliefs, and they're out of it, those are the ones we should be shining on more light, but not wasting time to try to convince them. Only the ones that's willing. Only the ones that's willing. And this is why we're here. I read that the people that came in the years from 1945 to 1965, in that 20-year period, we came on this earth for the last time. We're here for the last time to get the mission done of bringing ourselves up to our highest level and then bringing others with us. This is our mission. And I won't be back here no more.
Wow.
Because I'm on my mission. And I know that most of us here, we are on our mission. And that is our purpose. And so we are protected. We're protected. Love y'all.
Wow. What
Host,
a
I don't know
powerful
how long
message.
you've been online, but I have a request. Can you please send down the invite when you do this?
Yes, we'll do. I'm
Because
yeah.
I'm just scrolling along and I run up on you. I don't know how long
I
you've
will.
been
I will do that next time. That's a promise. I'll send it to yourself, Queen Verna, and everybody. I'll try and send it off first and do it. It's just that I know TikTok has been very troublesome, so I sort of get a bit disgruntled with them. But yeah.
We all are.
Yeah,
TikTok has
yeah.
been doing some serious things.
Yeah, yeah.
Ever since Trump insisted on us
Yeah.
getting half of the company.
Yes, exactly.
Because at first it was just,
They-
the Asians.
Yeah,
And
yes.
then they tried to ban them. Well, they did
Yeah.
cut us off for a day.
Yeah. That's what
But
they've
now
done.
they're involved. And
Yeah.
so they do all kind of terrible things. Shadow banning.
Exactly. Exactly.
Blocking.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
all the awful things they do.
Yes. Thank you.
So I don't know when you're online because
I will let
you're
you-
in different time
Yeah.
zones.
Yeah.
So just let me know.
Okay. Okay. We'll do.
And you okay? I tried to follow you on here, but every time I click on your thing here, TikTok just says something about not letting gifts be given, and so I can't even click on and try to follow.
It's okay.
I'll look you up but I think we still talk. You got my WhatsApp number too, so I'll try to reach out to you on there too.
Okay, because it would be nice to have another chat. We haven't chatted in a while.
No, we haven't chatted. I gotta catch you up on everything that's been going. Because I think you don't know that I had a meeting with the Minister of Interior's permanent secretary, and they returned the passport. So now we are going into settlement.
Wow. Is this in Nigeria you're talking about now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Immigration stole my passport back in 2022, and I've been stuck in Nigeria for 4 years trying to get it back. And
I'm really sorry about that. Wow.
we ended up having to take this to a serious level. So all the evidence and everything that I've been through, I've been running an entire story on my other page, which is Osapamo. And it kind of tells you from the beginning of where it all started.
I'll look it up. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad you pronounced that because I would have never been able to.
Yeah. Go,
Osapamo.
go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us
Thank you
more.
so much.
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Oh, fantastic.
But yeah, it's really sad that we're just not united as a people all over the globe when all of us are dealing with some of the similar oppressions and problems globally. And we seem to see one another as the enemy when our enemy is watching and excited because we're doing their job for them. So the people that are waking up, I think we do need to grab a hold to them, let them know that there is someone that does care. There is a sense of community and unity globally. But for the ones that are not awake yet, we have to be gentle with them because they don't understand. They don't get it yet.
Wow.
You know, when we were religious, we didn't get it, right? Sister, you just said the key to is every melanated person that we see in me. Give them a greeting. You know, but the beginning of that is to learn to love your blackness and to get to know your purpose in being here.
Wow.
Learn to love your blackness means that you are giving honor to the ancestors. And then you'll be so surprised how many how many what is that, downloads or uploads or inloads that you get? How much guidance, how much protection that you get? You ask a question, you go to bed with thankfulness, you get up with thankfulness. Just don't put a name on it, just give thanks. And you're touching into your ancestral realm. And that's where our powers lie. And as long as they know that we're not together, they know that we're defeated. Thank you.
Thank you so
I don't
much.
think we're defeated just yet. We're still working on it. I know that it here in America, it is an ongoing issue. It has been going on from the time they dropped us off to present day. The ongoing issue, because they're always doing something. But one thing I will give to them, the Europeans, wherever they come from, once they get to this country, they are considered white. Even ones from Africa, like North Africans, come here and they're classified as white as well. And they all move together. Whatever issues they have with each other, they set that aside, which we also need to do, because I don't have an issue with nobody. Whatever they're doing, whatever religion they're practicing, if it is not overflowing on me and does not cause unaliving, we good. I don't care. Practice whatever it is you believe. However, we have got to find a way to get rid of the xenophobia.
Yes.
The xenophobia is too much. And I understand that if you from a different place and maybe you speak a different language or eat a different food, because I don't care. I don't care what you're eating. That's your business. However, we all have an issue, and it is these other people oppressing us every chance they get, and the good ones twice. And so we need to work on that and stop trying to do it individually. History has shown that does not work. There was a reason they did that Berlin conference. The Europeans got together and decided so that they would not fight each other, that they will take sections of Africa. So whatever you find in your section, we're not going to fight over it. That's yours. So we, as a group of people, are going to have to get together and say, because I really don't understand this rivalry over who's the best, because I'm trying to figure out the best what. I mean, you being oppressed, like I'm being oppressed. What are you the best at? And what kind of trophy? Because if I run a race, I want a prize. And if there is no prize, what am I running for?
Exactly.
So I'm not competing with anybody and fight the person that's mistreating us. That is something worth working on. All of this just claiming I'm the best just because, it's like passing out cookies. I don't really like cookies like that. But some people love cookies and they want the cookie. Take the cookie. Take all of them. I don't care. Let's get rid of this problem. Because we all have a problem.
How many
Well said,
Nigerians
Queen
were
Leda. Go ahead.
because of me fighting this case? I was surprised. I was surprised. The hate speech that I got, the phone calls, the threats. They destroyed my husband's salon several times.
What?
I was just stunned because I'm
I
thinking,
watched you build that.
yes,
I mean, I
and
was
they
there
Wow.
every
destroyed it.
day.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I personally, I'm so real sorry that this is happening. And again, this is what miseducation does. This is what miseducation of the polity of the people does, because they're one of the things that I've been trying to do. I don't want to change subject from what you're saying, and it's really important. One of the things that I've been trying to do is to get our people to understand that the system that they're operating in is actually getting them to perpetuate the oppression of themselves without them realizing it. So they keep thinking, if I pray harder, if I just go on my knees a bit more, I will get up, and that is so important to break. So one of the things that I've been trying to do, and I need help with this, and I'm trying to really waken our people up. First of all, many people, I've done my research on this. Many Yorubas, many Igbos, many Hausas, all Nigerians do not know their rights in their own local language. Many, I would say barely 10% know the Constitution of Nigeria in English. Barely 10% of 220 million, 240 million people. And even worse still, that 10%, they don't even know the words within this Constitution. Now, what I've done is that this booklet is something I've translated into Yoruba language for, I'm targeting 60 million people, so that they can begin to know their rights in their Constitution, in their local language. They know about the Bible, they know about the Quran, but when you ask them about their rights in the land that they are on, they have no idea. So what they've been led, the government has been pumping, and the system has been pumping them to focus on just religion. If you're religious enough, if you're just a little bit more religious, you get your way, you get to your heaven. If you're just a bit more Islamic, you get to the heaven. You get all of this. So that is what is happening. So what we need to do is to arm our people with this booklet. It is in Yoruba language. I have it on my website. It is on www.citizenny.org. I'll quickly put it up here for those of you who are watching.
Yeah. Husband's Yoruba.
Oh, fantastic. We need to talk.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's fantastic. You see, the thing is that I think if you ask him about the Constitution, I don't think he will know it. No offense. It is the design of the system. We are not designed to know that question, to know our rights, because
Let me tell you, you know what? Real quick, and I want to tell you something. When this case first started against Nigeria, my husband was against me doing it because he didn't know his rights. As he started seeing in the 4 years the unfolding of how I built this case against Nigerian immigration, he gained confidence. The man now will fight for his rights. The police tried to stop him, and he said, I have all my papers. There's no reason for you to question me. I am going on my way, and I'm not giving you anything. You're not even supposed to be on the road. It has really, truly endowed him with knowledge about his country, his rights, how to fight the system, how to fight back corruption, because this is important for all Nigerians to understand what your rights are. It's not that when I came over to this country, and I went to Abuja, and I had to fly to Abuja in January. And we had to meet with the Minister of Interiors, and there was 15 other superior officers there for immigration. And they all said the same thing, unison. They said, this is the first time anyone has ever brought all 15 superior chairs into one room in regards to a passport interruption. I am the first to ever be that. And by me being a Black American, I have learned from my ancestors. We fight. We stand 10 toes down and we fight the government. Whatever it takes, blood, sweat, tears, it doesn't matter. We will fight for our rights. And they are not accustomed to that, knowing how to fight. I'm not saying Nigerians don't know how to fight. They know how to fight. They can protest, but there's more to it than just standing in the seats and the streets and yelling and screaming with signs. You have to be actively proactive in how to get those laws changed, how to enforce those laws, and how to fight for your rights. I was truly surprised and saddened to see so many Nigerians coming after me and threatening me and my husband.
Yeah, I get that. And listen, and thank you for your courage. And honestly, your husband has made me proud as a Yoruba man that he stood with you. And that's what we do. We, with those with the right thinking mind. And you said it took him a while to understand his rights, and I'm really glad. And this is even more the reason why I'm doing this booklet. This booklet is translating key sections of the Nigerian Constitution into Yoruba language. And I would quickly go, once you get to my website, www.citizenny.org, thank you. In fact, let me give you a round of applause for your success. and we need to talk more. I want to do a program with you so you can tell us the story with your husband. So I'm going to DM you. I will be DMing you, and we can do that to encourage people, to really learn and learn from your story and grow from your story. I'm sorry, Misty. Thank you very much. 1 second. So let me quickly do. Yeah. So you okay? I'm really, really glad that you stood your ground and you are helping changing the country in a good way by you taking the stance. So what you're doing is very, very important. Let me just quickly do this before I go ahead. I'm running late on another program, but this is important. Go to my website, and on the top of the page, you will see download the key sections of Nigerian Constitution into Yoruba language here. So it's key sections. So when you click on that, you will get this come up. And it's free for every single Yoruba person. There's not a penny for it, and that's why I need the help. You can download it and give it to your friends. It is in Yoruba language. The idea behind this is simple. You know your rights in your local language. You're very welcome. Are you okay? You know your rights in your local language. You begin to now take collective action to apply those rights in your local language. So, for example, many people, let's say, we have in Nigeria, it's about 60 million Yoruba speaking people. Many of them, barely 10% will know this constitution in English. Now, the section 14(2)(a) of the Nigerian Constitution states that sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority in English. But if you go and ask somebody on the street, they don't know what sovereignty means. They don't know that when you say it belongs to them, they don't understand the concept. But here, when you now translate that same thing into them in Yoruba language, and you say under section 14(2)(a), as you see there, in Yoruba language, ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ onítìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin yìí ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. The market woman in the market understands that language, understands that they have the power to hold the government accountable. They know that the government works for them in just those few words I said. And imagine, however, in all of our villages, over 50% of the population of Yoruba people are still in the villages and the suburbs, not in the middle of town. About close to 50%, maybe, just about. And those 50%, they cannot participate in this process because they don't have this in their language. That is where corruption is rife. So we need this information to go into those communities so that the people can begin address the website. Okay, I'll put it up here. Yeah, www. I don't know if TikTok will ban me. Yeah, but at this point, I really couldn't care. They're not allowing gifting anyway. .org, www.citizenay.org. So let me just put that there. www.citizenay. Sorry, let me try that again. www.citizenay.org. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because we recognize that if we can get here's the first part. So you have it on there. You can share it to friends around the world, and they can use that for free. But secondly, we want to print this out and give to each community. And like I said, 50% of the population of 60 million Yoruba people, that's about 30 million people. They don't know their rights. If you don't know your rights, you can't use those powers. You can't. And instead of knowing their powers, thank you. Yes, share it. Please share it. So if you don't know your rights, but you only know about the Bible and the Quran, you're not going to get anywhere. So the power within this book is that, you now understand in your language. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ onítìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin yìí ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. You understand that in your language. That's one side of it. The second part of it, that 14(2)(a) alone, I'm only going to go to this, Hold it. You have to hold it down. Exactly. So the second part of it now is ààbò àti àlàáfíà ni yóò jẹ́ ìdí àkọ́kọ́ ti ìjọba 14(2)(b). It shall be the responsibility of the government to provide safety and security for the people of Nigeria. So now you know that not only do you have the power, but the government has responsibility to protect you. Again, in your language. You understand that. Now, when they come, I can't pin the website. No, you can't. They won't let you pin it. They won't let you pin it. They won't. So it is important. Now, the third part of it, briefly, I don't want to get too much into this one, but I will show you. The third part of it is saying the participation of the people shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. 14.2c. In Yoruba, ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nípasẹ̀ àwọn ìkópa nípasẹ̀ àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn ìpèsè tìyí orílẹ̀-èdè. Which means, what I just said, that you as a citizen, you have the power to participate in your governance because you are the sovereign. The government derives power to govern from you. They will have to accept what you tell them. You have the power to participate and monitor the government. All of this is in Yoruba language. And without that, and this is 50% of the population of Yoruba speaking people don't know their rights because it is in a foreign language. So here is what I need you all to understand. Please, your subscribing to me on YouTube will make this possible for me to print this out and give it to each and every community for free. I don't need a penny. I don't want a penny from the community. The government of Nigeria should be doing this for Igbo-speaking people, for Yorubas, for Middle Beltans, for Hausas, but they're not doing it. So people like me want this information to benefit us. Because if you don't do that, no matter how much effort you take at shouting to the government that they should do something, they will not happen because they know for the fact that the people who are most affected in the villages don't know their rights. But if the people in the villages know their rights, the government will not be able to pull the wool over their eyes. So your support in helping me, knowledge is power, correct? So your support, yeah, for individual King Favor Nation TV, just go to my website, www.citizenay.org. I'll tap it up there again. So you can just go to my website and it's the first thing you'll see. And it's still, I've only taken key sections. I'm not taking all of it. Just key sections. citizenay.org. So you will see it come up there. Just go to the website that you see on the screen. Just go there and you will see the first thing you will say, it's in your copied already. Good. So what I need to do is I want to print copies of this out. To do that, I need support by simply helping me grow my YouTube platform on YouTube, Citizen AY. Just subscribe. That's all I need you to do. Because the more people subscribe on there, the more this information will be able to reach more people. Then from that, I can now be able to now print documents out, 1 village or 10 villages at a time. And I will also, there will be a team of people that we're putting together to print this document and go and teach our people in our local languages. You know? Exactly. Thank you. Please do so. So we need, this is now, and this is not just about Nigeria alone. What I found is that in Ghana it's the same. In Kenya is the same. In Gambia is the same. In Senegal is the same. There is no knowledge because the
continent.
In the entire continent. Thank you very much. The entire continent. So yeah. Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Yes, you're right. So we need. So what you see what Ibrahim Traore is doing. We don't understand what that guy. We don't know how lucky we are to have this guy. He is a man that is not even waiting for the people to know their rights. He's showing them. He's showing them by saying the money that we get from the state, we are building roads for you. Here's the road. Here's the hospitals. Here's the water. Here's the light. Here's the water for your farm. Here's, all of this. So what we need to get the other government to join in, to every state, every country in Africa, they need to have this constitution. Go ahead, please.
Why are you giving myself twice? I have. Do you have? We in Burkina Faso. I don't know if you see about the BRC.
Yes.
BRC. is a group of people who fight in internet against the misinformation. Okay, it's a group of people, but it's like the VDP who are volunteers. Okay, for sure. You see, I invite you in our live. You see that.
Yes.
You see many BRC people.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, I did. I saw that. Yes, go ahead.
And now you know that the European, I don't know, no, you don't speak French. French TV, okay, name a French group named Reporters Sans Frontières.
Yes, I know them. Yes, they've been kicked out.
Yes, they was talking about us, that is the Burkinabe state will pay us for coming internet. We are an army because we was how do you say that, we was stalking Bushra el-Bashir, and they make a whole program against us, talking about we are a group of WhatsApp, is the state to pay us directly for come.
Yes.
Wow. It was funny, right? It was funny because me, I'm volunteer. I'm BRC volunteer. I don't know where the government of Burkina Faso pay us for defend our own country.
And your rights.
Our own country. Okay, our own rights, our own country is what you say at first, that Ibrahim Traore don't wait for people for something. He teach his own people. And you see that he teach his own people. He take microphone, he start to talk to us, he show us, okay, and legally our language is not French. Official language is not French anymore. And
yes.
I want to know if Nigerian can do that, create a group of people like you and to fight misinformation, before to go and fight against the people who don't want to be African, or for big people, for all of us. They have to concentrate, because Emmanuel Macron is coming to Nigeria.
I know.
And we're gonna fight. You understand?
I know. We should. We don't want him. We don't want him there, because it's just gonna cause trouble. We don't want him.
No, but we make a live. I didn't invite you last day.
Okay.
1 day ago, we make a live talking about Tinubu. Okay, not against Nigerian people. We make a live against Tinubu about what he say about the IES. About what he said.
Yes, I heard that. Yes. I what he said, I don't like what he said, and he cannot say that. I don't like it. Because I support Ibrahim Traore. But thank you, well said.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Sorry, Misty, just to give you were asking a question about what the program was about. We were talking about what is happening in Mississippi and North Carolina, where a lot of black people have been killed by the system and this, or unalived, and they say that it's they unalive themselves. They HANGING themselves, which is not right. And people have been, aware. We're trying to bring awareness, and some Africans have actually been, has also been unalive there in North Carolina, for example. One girl, Jacinta, Julia something, Nacinta. Let me just see, what's her name again? Juliana Nzita was, unalive there. So that is what the program is about. But of course, it has gone into wider topic of this issue here. So that was what we were doing, talking about. If you can see it on the screen as well. A Strange Fruit by Billie Holliday talks about that. I played the song as well, just to give you a bit of heads up on that. But thank you so much. So, yeah?
About this,
I followed you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
About this strange unalive of in United States, that they say always that is hanging. Yeah, Miss Lady, you know that I'm coming sometimes, and I look about you because you are my people, right? And this strange thing, we know that it's a program. It's a program to the population, for diminuate the population, for diminuate black people.
Yes.
Because they know that we are growing up. the program of the international rubbish thing that they was talking, Bill Gates talking about reduce the 10% of the population because we don't sit about for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's an American who was talking like this. BlackRock was talking like this.
Yes.
They analyze black people.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want to reduce. They want to reduce, and this is not unalive themselves. They unalive them.
Exactly.
And all at Wells, all these 18 black boys, 2 black girls, and now African. You know what is happening, but they're gonna pay people for come and hide, start the fucking diaspora wars against you and your fellow English speaker for distraction. Okay? Distraction.
Yeah.
They don't care about whether you're from Africa or not from Africa. They see us all the same. We are black people and they don't like black people. They don't stop and ask, well, where are you from? And where are you from? See, that's what we do to ourselves with this delineation. They don't care. They see a black person, they have the opportunity to do the strange fruiting, and they do it. They don't care where you're from or what language you speak, what food you eat. They don't care. They see black people. They see us the same all over the globe. So when they're doing this and telling the lie that it was a self-unaliving, they're doing what they do, trying to get rid of us. They've been trying to get rid of us forever. Trump even said it. Trump said that he wants this to be a white nation, which is why he volunteered to pay for white-only South Africans to come to America. The same thing with Europeans coming in. They don't have no problem with Canadians coming across the border. They're not even looking at them. It's okay because they're white. Now, for black people, every chance they get, they're unaliving us. For black women, the medical field will do it. For black men, the police will do it. And since he has emboldened these people, they do it every chance they get, however they can. So it's not just in 1 or 2 states. These people are all over this entire country doing the same thing because Trump has given them the go-ahead. They know that if they're caught, he's going to pardon them and let them out. So they're just being all happy about doing it. But they don't care where you came from, baby. When you get over to America, you might want to get with some black people so we can help avoid this kind of thing. Because if you listen to us, because we've been here a long time dealing with this. So if you listen to us and we tell you, look, this is a one of those cities you shouldn't be caught in after sundown.
Yeah.
You might want to listen to avoid this kind of thing. Because thinking that they're not going to do it to you because you're from someplace else, you're just going to get unalived.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
But,
Thank you. Yeah. Queen Vanna, go ahead.
No. Okay.
Queen Vanna, go ahead. Queen Vanna, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. The thing about it is that it's in our face to provoke us, you know, because we are we're connecting. You see, we're connecting. Look how we're uniting. Look how we shut down the Asian business. And now they're going to shut down the Indian business.
Yes.
The people that have disrespected them, that's what they're doing. They're putting up business everywhere. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep us separated and keep us in fear. Because as long as we're in fear, we're not going to. But you know what? More of them are going to go out of here than we. Whatever they're doing, they're going to get it 10 times worse.
Ashe.
Okay? They can't stop this rise. That's what we have to know.
Exactly.
They cannot stop this. And the thing about it is only about us deciding we will be together. We will be together as a one. No matter what your title is, whatever they call us, we are one people. And as long as we don't know that, they can keep destroying us.
Well said. Thank you, Queen Vanna. Wow. Thank you. I'm going to give you all a round of applause because, again, all the goddesses have just been speaking, and I'm really, really glad because you're bringing the fire, and we need to, sit with what you are all saying. Sit with it, and make sure that all of this information is going to our communities. And I want us all to know something. Our languages is our strength. Even the English language is our strength, because the more of us who are speaking it, we can begin to get this message across, that this is one thing they're trying to do, to depopulate us. And if we get the message out, and we can all start looking out for each other, we can start looking out, and we're doing it. One thing that came in yesterday's broadcast when I was doing this was doing this work. It also became apparent that in many African countries, the people will know about the Bible. Where is it? The people will know about the Bible. This one, they will know about. This is Mormon one. I have several ones, but I'm just showing you. I don't use it. But they don't know what is in their soil. They don't know the resources in their soil. They don't know that they have gold. They don't know how they have diamond. They don't know any of those things. So we are working on. I'm be doing something on my platform, Oduduwa TV Radio, because I have another platform. I only speak Yoruba language. I don't speak English there. I will tell you, listen, I'm about to go and speak Yoruba. Please, So yes, go ahead.
The name of the king Oduduwa. You put his name.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, Oduduwa TV Radio. That's what I did, because I'm trying to connect us. You got it. Wow, you've got it. You got it. Yes, Oduduwa. So I put the name Oduduwa TV Radio so that people will know that this is for Oduduwa people, and you speak the language.
It's not the grandfather, the great-grandfather of Toussaint Louverture of Haiti.
No.
Because Toussaint Louverture of Haiti is a prince of
Yoruba land.
Dahomey king.
Okay.
But I don't know if Agacha or Oduduwa.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna find out. I'll do something.
Well, I have a question about the Dahomies.
Yeah.
Because I saw
I'll find out.
a video on, and I'm not going to say the tube, it's because I know TikTok does not like it when you talk about, that red channel thing. But there was a conversation going on about the Dahomies in an American Live. And somebody said the Dahomies were participating in the trade, but from the information I've seen, the Dahomies have a whole place where they don't even allow YT in it.
That's correct.
So they were misinformed, and I just felt like I had to tell it.
Yeah.
Because we are not looking for the similarities between us, which we should be. We're always looking for the differences when we should be looking for similarities.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow.
Period. Preach.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, the similarities are important.
Very.
So whatever went on in the past is just that.
Yeah.
The past. Now we're in 2026, and we're all still having the same issue, them wanting to dominate and control us. That is one of the similarities that we all have. And they're not distinguishing whether you came from the Caribbean or from Africa. They don't care. And we shouldn't care either. I don't care where you came from. You are still part of the community. We can talk about... Go ahead.
Just 2 seconds. About what you say about the past, about the similarity. Chancellor William, Sheikh Antadjo, Jaimuntuka, and all these writers, they say the story is on repeat. We live the same thing era tras era because the dog don't change the way he sit down. You understand? The dog never change the way he sit down. The way they make us today, you see the destabilization. You see how they contaminate the water, the beer, all the things we drink in your country, in my country, in Nigeria, in all these countries. We still live. It's like in the past that they came with this, what they call agua de vida, l'eau de vie, this alcohol they bring, okay? In the past, so how we can say that we sold each other.
Well, I don't even care about that. It's over.
Yeah.
So today, 2026, we're still having problems out of them. For instance, what the outsiders have done in the Sahel, and I need for everybody to know the word xenophobia. We don't have to fear people that we don't know that look like us. But when you can see the evidence from the history that these people have been dominating and bringing destruction to us, look at that and see if we can't find a way to get out of that. So that is something we all have in common everywhere. It's not just a Nigerian problem. It's not just a Sahelian problem. It's not just a Caribbean problem. It's not just an American problem. They do it everywhere they go. They go in, they conquer, they take over. But the thing about the Sahel, having been labeled as so poor while providing all of their natural resources to go abroad for people to be living lavish lives, that's a little bit too much for me. I mean, the basics of life, the food, clothing, and shelter, the least they could have done was help with that, but they did not. So it took these brave men of the Sahel to say, that's enough. We have provided for you enough, and now we're going to do for ourselves. I'm so proud of them. I love them. I love the entire continent. I love those who don't care nothing about me. It's okay. I know that they just didn't come into the understanding just yet. But hopefully before the end of my time above ground, I will see that change. And every chance I get, I speak about it.
Ashe, thank you so much.
I love my people. Oh, and just so you guys know, I have a ritual going on here. Ever since I heard that song, I Celebrate Me. I have to start my day with my cup of coffee and sing and listen to the song, I Celebrate Me. I don't care what they say. Because, you know, history is written by the victor. So the victor makes themselves look good. So they can't convince me that I'm not good. I am good, and I love me, and I love my people. I want y'all to listen to it every morning, too. I Celebrate Me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Every day.
Queen
Can I just say something?
Yes, please. Go ahead. Go
Just
ahead.
so you finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, who knows the Bible? They know this is our time to rise. They know that. See, the fact is that it's because we are rising so fast. Those people that are helping the Europeans or the haters do this to us, okay, are the ones that are in charge now. Everyone, if y'all paid attention to this, know this, every BLK person that the European make a hero, they have destroyed millions of us, okay? I'll start with Frederick Douglass. I'll go next to Harriet Tubman. I'll go to what's his name? The one that Martin Luther King.
Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela.
That's exactly right. I was scared to say that because most people attack when you say that.
No, but I'm gonna do a program on that. I'll do a program and expose that.
Because we see we are rising so fast there. That's why they putting all these things in the air, in the water. Listen. The thing about it is that we are not humans. We are the gods.
Mm.
We are. It says that we are made in the image of God.
Mm.
But because we've been so distracted by all the things that these so-called rulers have done to us.
Mm.
See, God is one that protects, loves, and builds the people.
Yeah.
That works in nature.
Mm-hmm.
As the nature do. Those are gods. Okay? And that's what we are. This is our time.
Yes.
And the fact is that to make us fearless, but once we become fearless and know who we are and why we're here, they can't, it's over with for them. And that's what they're doing. They're making us not to know ourselves. Everything they wrote about us was turned backwards to make them be the ones. And they're still doing the same thing. As long as we do not turn within ourselves, as Troy is doing, get in touch with our ancestors. And ancestors are in our DNA. We are the ancestors. Ancestors are us. Without going back there, we'll never be grounded. And we'll never. And this is our time to win. We will win. But we'll suffer more.
Ashe.
We'll suffer. It's all. Every weapon formed against us cannot hurt us until we go now into them. We going into their space, doing as they say do. Those ones that are destroying us, their fate is the same as them. Okay.
Ashe.
But you know what? We're moving up. Look at how fast Chari has moved. The Sahel has moved up in these few years. That hasn't been done in the whole time they've been there.
40 years. They've not done it in 40 years.
3 countries. Yes. No. How many years? 400 years?
No. Well, no. Since the French took over there, 40 years now. The French took over.
No. French. No. That's not true. What are you talking about? French was one of the beginning of the destroyers of the black people.
Yeah. Yes. I know what you. Okay. Go ahead. I get.
So what I'm trying to say. What I want to just say is that it is us gathering. It's us gathering. That's why all these other things are coming out. And as long as we're talking about the unity and naming each other, and people say, well, what am I going to call myself? I don't call myself African. What am I going to call myself if I don't call myself an American? You know what? I have to tell y'all this, and I'm not saying this here because I want to say it, because I know people people who has not opened, they won't receive it.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, every knowledge that we need to destroy these people and get rid of them is in us. That's what Troy is listening at. That he's getting that knowledge, like the one you said, the one that they could not unalive.
Simeon Toko.
All around the ground, all around the earth, shipping his body, and he resembled himself.
Yeah.
Troy is from that same Morsi family. Lineage.
Yeah.
Mali has all the ancient books. What they're doing, it's no way a normal person thinking like without the ancestors could be doing what they're doing. And this is why he saw this is why they got rid of all those, that other thing, okay? All of that is a lie. All of that, Christ is real, but there has never been a man on this earth named Jesus. It's just a piece of paper. And you can go right on and Google when it was made. And the very fact that we have been so persuaded to follow that, it's caused us to divide ourselves also.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah. So all this was given to give us this position. Now what we have to do is turn inside.
Excuse me, can I interrupt just a second? Mrs.
Go ahead.
I have to leave. My husband is at home now, and I wanted him to greet you so that,
Nice.
so that you can,
Omo dada niye, Omo dada niye. That means that she's a good woman. Your husband is home.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Greetings,
Kale,
greetings.
Kale,
We
o.
hardly ever hear your
Kale,
voice.
Kale me o. Ẹnlẹ́ o, a kí yín o. Ẹ ṣeun.
How are you?
Ẹ kú ìtọ́jú náà o. Ẹ dẹ̀ kú oríire o. Ẹ kú oríire ti kíni ọgbọ ìṣòro yẹn. A dúpẹ́ pé ẹ ti borí ẹ̀. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ ṣeun. A tún máa rí yín bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ṣeun. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Wonderful,
Greetings.
wonderful. Greetings,
I'm
greetings.
so jealous. I'm not bilingual. I don't understand.
Sorry, I was just because it's a Yoruba man. There's a special affinity that we have, so we understand.
Yes.
You know, there's a thing that you speak in a particular way, and you know, just greetings in local in a local language, and you know, it's endearing. So sorry. You'll have to learn.
Ask a personal question.
Yeah, go ahead.
yes. So I'm gonna go ahead
I
and
want to
go.
ask you a personal question.
Go ahead. You
Okay.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you tell me? Can you tell me the aspect, or is there something that makes you a Nigerian man to be the type of man that your husband is? I mean, is it? Tell me a little bit more about, because you know, me and Miss Lady don't have no men.
No.
I don't know
Okay.
about you, Verna, but I think you need to stick with you on that one.
hold on.
I sure will. I can have
So
two.
I'll answer you back. I got a phone call coming, but if you guys are still here after I finish cooking dinner for my husband, I'll come back on.
Okay. Well, I got your I followed you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you guys. Enjoy your
I'm
evening.
a little curious
Okay.
about these gifts. How did some of the gifts come through on your life? How did that happen? And my sister and I have been in communication for years now. To see an American woman go to Nigeria, of course, she's a Niger wife, and how her life was going, the good, the bad. And so we've been talking to each other, as well as I watched her go through a lot. I don't know how she does it, but she's going through a lot, but she's still holding on. And I watched her build the business, you know, from acquiring everything that she needed. There was a lot of trouble with that, but they got it done. And we talked about that, the color scheme in the business and everything. And so we used to exchange recipes and stuff. And then somehow I lost her. She keeps changing her username. And then I get lost. But I'm glad to see she popped in today. And so we can talk today. Now, another thing I wanted to say is about the religion thing. How much I refuse to have these conversations about it, knowing that a lot of people on the continent have been indoctrinated, and in their minds, Sky Daddy is going to come and save them, so they don't really need to do anything. Because from what I've read in that Christian book, faith without works is dead. So if you don't do something for yourself, you know, for instance, what you're doing here with making that booklet,
Yeah.
that is doing something. Sitting around, looking at the sky, hands locked together. You're subject to starve today because you didn't go plant no food or harvest any food or create hospitals. You know, all the great things that are going on in the Sahel states, which I love. I got to say it every day. I love the Sahel states.
Yes.
Because even though that man is practicing his religion, he's not putting down anybody else's religion, and he's not spending all day talking about religion. He is out doing things, doing stuff. And that means the next generation of children will have a better life. They won't eat grass because they've been doing so much farming. And that's creating jobs.
Yeah.
They've been doing everything.
Yeah.
Healthcare, education reform. You know, education is important. And so his children are not in there learning about worship all day. They are learning from small young ones how to plant. Because they're
Exactly.
doing education reform, and you spend part of your day in the classroom, and then you can go outside
And
grow
practice
some stuff
what you've learned.
and
Yeah.
learn about farming and how to feed yourself.
Yeah.
So faith without works, I repeat, is dead. And when you're
Exactly.
on the continent, I find that a lot of people are actually sitting back waiting on Sky Daddy to do something, and they themselves are not doing anything but Jesus, Jesus, Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
all day long.
That's why this is coming.
Useless. And then you would think that from the past, they would know that that's not been working. So if you keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, that is called insanity. So I don't bring up nobody's religion because I feel like people are free to practice whatever they want to practice, whether it be Muslim or Christian. I don't care what it is. The native religion, I don't care. Do practice that as all you want to, but do be a productive member of society.
Exactly.
This booklet that you have produced here, so that those who are uneducated get the chance to know what to do and how to do it. That they actually have rights, which they probably don't know. The oppressor is not going to give you this information.
Yeah.
They're just not going to do it. Just like the oppressor is not going to come and set you free. So all of this talk about religion has been a tool used against the people. So I don't bring that up. I talk
Yeah.
about the things that people can actually do. And I appreciate you
Thank you.
and all the work that went in, because, you know, I've been here with you too.
Yes.
While this
Yes.
thing was in the very beginning
Yes.
of putting it together.
Very
So
true.
it is finally completed. You are doing a valuable service
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
for
Thank
the
you.
community
Thank you.
by just making this information known to as many as possible, by holding these lives and talking about it with Black people globally, and not coming up here spending a bunch of time talking about religion, which makes some people docile.
Yeah.
They will think, oh, religion, that's all we got to do is pray harder. So you on your knees 20 out of the 24 hours waiting on something to change. It's not going to happen. What is going to happen to
Exactly.
your children? Your children going to be on their knees too?
Yeah.
And then your grandchildren will also be on their knees? Somebody got to get up from there and go do something.
Yeah. Now, thank you so much. Thank you
That's
so
all I
much.
gotta say.
Thank you
that
so
and
much.
And the coins.
Yeah. Thank you so much to the all you three of you and you okay and for your very valuable contributions to today's discussions. I hope many people find it beneficial. Please to help us print this out in our communities. We are trying to reach 30 million people so that they can begin to effect this change. You see, change will not happen out in the streets or in the capital or online. That change is not going to happen online. It's going to happen in the grassroots, in the villages, in the hamlets, in the towns. When we empower them with the knowledge of their rights in their own local language, that is the most important thing we can do. And it is a bit like a man. Currently, what is happening is with the Bible and the Quran, they are giving them fish now and then. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm hungry. Okay, you know, and they come back again. What we are doing with this book, we are giving you a fishing rod and we are teaching you how to fish yourself so that when you are hungry, you don't wait to ask for somebody to come and give you food. You go to the sea or to the river and you fish. This is about empowering you to fish in your own local language. You don't have to learn a foreign language to know your rights. Your rights are in your language. And we are hoping that by doing this, more and more people will help us. Go to my website right now on YouTube. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Hit the notification button. Give us thumbs up. Help us reach more people. This is the most important way we can make the change. And this is not only for Nigeria. We for Yoruba people. I want to roll this out for Igbo people, for the Middle Belt, for the Hausas, for the Ghanaians, the Ashantis, all of them, for the Gambians, for the Senegalese, for the Cameroonians. This Because in all parts of Africa, the constitution is written in foreign languages that the local people don't understand. And one more thing I wanted to state. The minerals, we are trying to organize a booklet where the minerals in your town, in your village, will be known in your local language, so that the children, 2-year-olds, will learn what is in their soil from the age as they're growing up. Because not having the knowledge of your resources, it means that somebody from outside will come and take the resources away from you, and you don't even know, and they take it from you for peanuts. So we need, knowledge is truly power, but it starts here. So please, 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 everybody watching me, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. If you can gift me, if TikTok allows, I welcome that. But, and also, I would like to people, subscribers to subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm sorry, I've got a subscription which I'm going to shortly set up, where I would like people to help this platform on a monthly basis, because we want to give these books out for free. And with your support, we will reach 30 million people. I can't do it by myself. By myself alone, I can't. But with your support, we can get these books to reach 30 million Yoruba-speaking people. And once that becomes a reality, it changes their mindset. They no longer become dependent on the churches and the mosque, because these churches and the mosque has just been occupying their minds. And what we are saying is, you can have any religion you want, as long as you know your rights, and we teach you how to stand up for it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you so much to Queen Lady, Queen LJ, Queen Vanna, Queen Soy Misty, every one of you all. I am truly grateful for your contributions, and of course you okay as well, and her husband, and you can see how excited I got speaking to him. You know, there's more to do. There's much more to do. But we say this: we stand with the people, the families of everyone that's been unalived in Mississippi and Carolina and all parts. We stand all over the USA, and of course we stand with the family of the people in Africa as well that have been unalived by the actions of this devils, or whatever you want to call them. We must remain resolute. We need to understand that whatever they're doing in those places, the goal is to honor life, and it is happening all over. It is time we stand together, work together, and confront this. Thank you so much.
Can I just say one thing? Do you know, because of the war in Iran, that the people that was destroying the Sudan, I think it was, they cannot bring any more weapons.
Yes.
Look how we've been taken care of.
Yes. Fantastic. That's great news. That is great news. That is I'm going to share that. Fantastic, great news. And I'm going to recite. I'll actually do a video on that. I'm going to come back to that. But there's other things to also to bring. But so thank you all so much. Thank you for joining me. I'll have a break now. We're back later on.
Citizen, I know you want to leave, but I want to ask you if you can communicate with TikTok, because I see you have, I call it the tube of you, an advertisement up here, and it may cause you to be shadow banned by TikTok for doing that. Because, you know, I keep clicking to try to see if I can gift, and it's not happening. But I do know that TikTok does not like mentioning that other app.
But
so if you remove that and call it the tube of you, they might stop.
Okay.
But if you communicate with them, they may let you know.
Okay. Oh, wait, I'll look at that. Thank you so much. I'll look at that. I've tried everything. I've taken away the three great men. I've tried. They just keep, but I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. But thank you so much. So thank you all. Soy Misty, thank you so much. Queen Lady LJ and Queen Vanna, Queen Soy Misty, all of you all. And everybody watching.
Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Yeah, thank you. Talk soon. I'll be in touch. Give you guys a call. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye all. Bye. Bye. Okay. So that has been a long one. I wasn't planning to be that long, but it has been a long one. I hope it's been of benefit. Please do subscribe to us on YouTube. This platform is about empowering people to know their rights in their local languages in Yoruba land. We are trying to reach 30 million people in the villages and the towns to know their rights with your support. This booklet is aimed to make it as simple as possible to know their rights and how to use those powers to hold their government accountable. Many are not aware. And you will not find this in the Bible. You will not find it in the Quran. The powers that you need to have a better life are contained here in your language. Please help us share, subscribe, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth. I'll back later on. Thank you for watching. Please do share, and share. And don't forget to keep giving us a thumbs up. And when you watch it later on, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification button, give us a thumbs up, share the broadcast, share the live, leave comments, and we'll try and answer as much as possible. Thank you, and bye for now.